it's a little bit like the old E.F. Hutton commercials, though. When he does speak, people have a tendency to listen because they think it's going to be very important.
Coach, one of the things that you've preached since you got here, and I think has been understated, has been your commitment to the defensive end. Last year is where it fell off. When you look at the talent that you have, and then adding Coach Bizdelic, how good a defensive team do you think the Pelicans can be this year?
Well, I as I said when we were talking, I told the guys I'd be really disappointed if we weren't a top 10 defensive team or a top 5 defensive team. So, I think we've got the depth. I think we've got guys that understand. Jeff and I spent a lot of time talking. I think we're very much on the same page of being aggressive defensively and not reacting, but making offense react to us. I'm really excited about that because I do think that we have enough depth and we have enough guys. And, for the first time, I think we have length, that we can play guys at multiple positions who's got the length and everything that we should be a good defensive team. And, what he did at Houston, is very impressive. Obviously, they brought him back in the middle of the year last year, and they were, I think, 26 in the league. They ended up second in the league defensively. So that in itself just gives a lot of credibility to what he can bring to the table, I think.
How have you seen Jackson and Nikhil interact with Zion? And those three kind of just growing together?
Well, those guys are, they're the same age, number one. They're all 19 years old, and, they got common interests. They have very similar personalities, I think. So they've been able to explore the city, together. They've shown up almost everywhere, from, the Tulane's girl volleyball game to the Saints game. So I think that, they're just kids. They're 19-year-old kids. They should be having fun. So they're extremely hard workers, all of them, when they're on the court. But I think we also, as coaches and administrators, we got to let them be who they are, and they're teenage guys, in a great situation in a great city, and they're exploring it and having a good time.
When you got your hands on Zion for summer league, what were your impressions of what you saw, and from your limited time interaction with him, and where is he now compared to that?
We didn't play him in summer league, and we chose to do that. We got together collectively and decided not to play him. But, I think Griff covered it. He's an extremely hard worker. He's not a me guy at all. He wants to fit in. He's made tremendous progress in things. We have Aaron Nelson here. He's the best at his job anywhere, not just in the NBA, anywhere. And so I think he's made a lot of progress in a lot of areas that's going to help him when he's on the court. He's played pickup games. I think the thing that we've got to understand, and I don't know, Griff didn't cover it, but we've talked a lot about it as a staff, is that, he's not here to save our franchise. He's here to be a part of something that's going to be what Griff has referred to as sustainable winning. And, he's going to be a guy that contributes, but we're not going to ask him, to put on a cape and fly in and save our franchise. He's going to be a really good player, and he's going to work at every single day. He's going to work at getting better. And to me, that's the most important thing right there.
Can you characterize the difference in the energy in the building, just, from where you guys were a few months ago to where you've been the last, 6-8 weeks? It feels like this is a totally different.
I think everyone would agree with that. Everybody just feel like that there's a different energy, there's a different vibe coming from our players, coming from the other guys on the staff. As I said, those guys over there, I really wouldn't trade them for anybody. I just think we have a great connection. I think they're extremely, extremely hard-working guys. Griff went out and got the very best. You look at Trajan over there. He's a guy that was very much wanted by a ton of teams, even interviewed here for the job. So the fact that we can add a guy like him, Swin, You look at some of the other things that we've done. We go out and get a Hall of Fame in Teresa Witherspoon and Swin, and then just the guys like that you guys probably never heard of, like Joe Borland and Jamil and guys like that, and all the people that we've added. We've even added a couple of LSU guys, right? So we're excited about it, and I just think the energy and everything that we have right now in the building and with the players, you look at the players, I think there's a lot of guys feel like they have something to prove this year. I think there's a lot of guys that are trying to find their way, and then there's a lot of guys that we've had here that feel like this is a great opportunity. So I think you're going to see collectively from everybody from the basketball ops departments to the medical staff to the players to the coaches feel like we're really on the same page and all out to accomplish a common goal. So I think when you do that, your organization seems to be headed in the right direction.
Yeah.
We talked about, Coach, with Griff even, all the young guys, your great coaching staff, all the young guys bring in, J.J. Redick, okay, a guy you bring in, obviously on the court, spacing and everything, we talk, but off the court, your thought process, all these young guys, but you got a veteran like J.J. Redick who's been there, done that. Talk about him for a minute.
Well, I coached JJ when I was with the Clippers, and he's been that way forever, really. Great guy. He'll spend time with the young guys and not just talk about, coming off a pin down screen or anything like that, but I think he'll talk about life in general, about, trying to be a pro, about, eating the right way, getting your rest and things like that. So when you have a guy like that, he's invaluable, especially considering that, he's going to be an integral part of what you're trying to do offensively also. So not only is he a guy that contributes on the court, but, I think he'll be a leader with the young guys in that he'll spend time and he'll talk to them and try to communicate with them about being a pro.
Albert, you have a very short training camp, but you're trying to integrate a lot of new players. 12 of your 18 guys are new. What do you focus on in such a short span to both build chemistry but also implement what you're trying to do?
Well, I think we got to get really good at the basics, basic defense and then basic offense, which Chris Finch has been great at. If you look over the couple of years that we've had him here, he's been able to do a lot of things offensively that, as far as spreading the floor, the spacing part of it, and putting guys in a situation to be successful. So those are the things that I think we've got to get down right away, and then all the other things we can help advance when we're doing player development things, which I said, like I love the player development staff that we have. And, from there, as the season goes, you're still going to always be putting in things and adding situations. But we have, I think, really cerebral players. You look at Lonzo and Brandon and Josh. They came from a system that's very similar to what we're trying to do here. I think our young guys, it would be a learning experience, and then we have some guys that have just been in a situation where, they're going to be able to be better just by practicing every day and being in that system and being around guys that have been in that system.
How important is building chemistry, given the piece of play you guys play with that you want to have? How important is building chemistry through training camps and game this season just to avoid turnovers, given the pace of play you want to play with?
I think it's important with chemistry any time, and I think we have the type of guys. I think everyone likes to play in a system where they feel like they're going to get the ball if they're running. If they're open, the pass is going to be to them. It's kind of a way of playing unselfish basketball, I think. We're not an ISO team by any stretch of the imagination. We had more 30-assist games than anybody in the league last year other than Golden State, I think. So, our system is predicated on moving the basketball and finding open people to take open shots. I think that's how you're successful.
You guys have so many new faces and so much depth on the roster. I guess how difficult is it going to be on the coaching staff to figure out what this rotation is going to look like once the game starts?
I would prefer to have it that way than to look down the bench and see no one. So, I mean, we'll figure that one out, having good players. But go ahead, Mark. Yeah, you can, he was good. Huh? Oh, okay, all right. But thanks, guys. We're really looking forward to it. All right. Come on, Drew.
Yeah. No, I don't see. Must be in the other one.
It's not there. No, Bruce lost his phone. He would.
What's up, guys? Yeah, man. Feel like it's been a very long time. Very long time.
Just how different does this feel coming into, you've had a lot of iterations since you've been here with
Right.
this franchise. Does this one, how do you kind of characterize it as you get ready to start the season?
I would say that it's been different from, my time being here. Just the energy here, being able to walk into the gym, the changes that they've made from just the facility itself has been amazing in the short time that they did it. So it's been, the energy is definitely different. It's picked up. People love to come into the gym and work. So I'm really excited.
It seems like over the last couple of years, not that you're different, but you seem more relaxed, more comfortable in your skin as a player, and it's coincided with a couple of the best seasons of your career. Do you feel like at this point it's at that kind of place where you understand both yourself and the game at a very high level?
I think so. Kind of like you said, it is a feeling. I think one thing is feeling comfortable in your body, which means no injuries, being healthy for a season, and being able to feel that and go out there and not have to worry about that is very, very big. But I think some of the diversity that I've been through here has helped me with that. Up and down seasons, injuries, change of management, change of coaches, change of teammates. So to be able to kind of withstand that and take the punches and still come back strong has been very positive.
Going over that, obviously you're comfortable in your skin with where you are in your career, but I guess in this new role, should we expect to see anything different about your approach or how you're going to play on the court, or the way you talk to your teammates or anything like that?
My approach is going to be the same. The way I play, I feel like it's going to be the same. Obviously, there's things that I work on in the offseason, especially in this game today. Shooting threes is huge, especially in the type of game that we play and the type of style that we want to play. But yeah, man, I do feel like we have a lot more young guys than the past. So hopefully, there's some things that I can pass along. I'm one of the older. Well, and I'm not even that old, which is crazy. But I feel like I'm one of the older ones. So just this going into my 11th year is just having some experience. I feel like I can help.
Drew, you just be judged on wins and losses, but in the early going, the team may take some lumps because of form chemistry and everything. But do you have any benchmarks or any expectations, intangibles that you'd like to achieve as a team? As we go on, something that it may not be wins. If wins and losses are going to count, but I'm saying something that you are going to be looking for team-wise to achieve.
Just for me, it's chemistry. I feel like that's how you build something that lasts. Is to have the chemistry, to be able to have the tough conversations when needed, and when you have those tough conversations, not take it to heart. So I think just to be able to come out with so many new guys and have chemistry and try to get it as fast as possible would benefit us and help that win-loss category.
Last year to this year, though, do you feel the difference in the chemistry this year going around from last year? Is it night and day?
The energy is different. I would say that there is a different type of energy, but chemistry is completely different from energy. Yeah, you can build it around energy and all that, but I feel like we, because of so many new pieces, and even from top to Griff to Trajan all the way down, we have a lot of new people. So really just build that chemistry, and I feel like we'll be all right.
They mentioned that. They mentioned you being a leader, but not necessarily a big vocal leader because you're soft-spoken. But
Right.
you do that by example as opposed to, they said when, as a matter of fact, Griff even said you kind of like a button. When you speak, people listen because you don't always come out all the time. So when you have something to say, it's important, but more by example than chatter.
That's kind of how I've always been. Lead by example, try to do the right things, try to be the ultimate professional. I had some great vets to do that, and even now they're still excelling at their sport. So it's something that was instilled in me as a rookie, and hopefully I can do that for some of the younger guys. But now we got some vocal guys out there. We got guys that like to talk, so I don't really need to take that over.
What does it mean when you hear Griffin and Gentry say, this is Drew Holiday's team? That this is obviously different. This has never been just Drew Holiday's team before. Does that change anything for you going into this year, or?
Not really. I mean, to be honest, I feel like I've been doing this long enough to know my game and to read teammates, to know how people like to play, know how people like to learn. And for me, it's all about learning and growing. So, as well as myself, getting to know my teammates better and knowing the things that they like. So. For me, I guess I feel like I do the same thing. There's going to be some things that I'm going to learn from a leader standpoint, and things that I will change and take on. But right now, man, I'm just ready to get started.
What's the realistic goal? You said you want to build up here, you want to build team chemistry. But what's the realistic goal for this team that has a lot of talent, veterans as well as the young guys? What do you guys want to see out of this team? Is the playoffs reachable, and can you do some damage?
I hope so. I feel like it's everybody's goal, right? Is to win games and make the playoffs. Again, I've made the playoffs and it's been fun and it's been a great time, but it's kind of a different scenario where everything has changed kind of from top to bottom. So trying not to put too much pressure on us, but at the same time hold us at a standard is key, and I feel like we'll start that through training camp.
You've been here longer than anybody else, I guess. What's it been like to see? We call you old. But I guess what's it been like to see how many of the guys were in early and, like you said, developing that chemistry and how important?
Right. No, it's really fun. Like it's really encouraging. Like I said, people like to come here, and people like to work out, and the energy from everybody is positive, and everybody wants to get better. Not just the players, but the coaches, the training staff. It's learning each other. So it's been really, really cool. But to see like all these guys come in and want the same goal, which is to get better themselves individually, but as a team, has been inspiring. And I've been here for I think I came back 2.5 weeks ago, but just being here every day, man, it's been really cool.
How much have you seen and hung out and played with Zion? And what are some of your impressions of him?
He's a kid, a normal kid who likes to have fun. You can tell that he loves the game of basketball. He's a mutant. Mutants now just coming out the woodworks, just 45-inch verticals, just dunking everywhere. So his athletic ability is out of this world. But I do think that he has a lot to learn, and I think that we'll do a good job of bringing him along.
When they talk about this being your team, it's often within the context of there's all this hype and focus on Zion, and they want some of that to come your way. Do you think you can take some of the outside pressure off of Zion? Is that something that you want to do in this first year?
Yeah, I'm cool with that. That's straight. I mean, it is what it is at this. I mean, at any point, really. I feel like when you come into this league and when you play, yeah, most of it is about basketball, but other things come with that. It could be financial stability. It could be like big on social media or whatever it is, and this is just one of the things. This is a part of basketball. So again, 11 years, I'll take away some of the pressure, especially for a guy who's just turned 19, like just got out of high school and just got out of college. So yeah, I'm cool with that.
Drew, just given the fact that
given the fact that I'm sure you feel like you're right in the middle of your prime right now, don't have many more years of rebuilding that you'd like to experience. Given the fact that you saw the franchise change this offseason, new management, and that making you feel comfortable, how you said earlier, how much did that change your outlook on this franchise? And this is somewhere that, yeah, we might be rebuilding a little bit this season, but there's a vision moving forward that there won't be wasted years of my time.
Right. I think everybody in their career wants some form of stability, and to be able to say that they built something and they were a part of it, and especially Griff coming in, and I'm pretty sure everybody here has heard him speak. He definitely makes you feel like you're a part of something more than just basketball, and it's like a family. So again, coming here or coming here and seeing what's happened throughout the years, and this year it seems very, very on the up, and I'm glad to be a part of it.
Thanks, Drew.
What's up? A lot of times at these things, people make opening statements. I will not be doing that. So please ask away.
JJ, as the senior member of the Duke contingency, how do you think that helps in bringing along some of these young guys, having that connection to those guys and being able to kind of communicate with them?
Yeah, I mean, we always talk about the Brotherhood, and it's actually a very real thing. You know, I've known Brandon since his second week at Duke. You know, we all sort of have had a relationship. If you go back, I guess it's now like almost 40 years since Coach has been there. I have a relationship with, I would probably say 95% of the guys that played there. That's how this program operates. So. Obviously, I'll look out for those four guys. They'll look out for me. Trajan's looking out for me. Yeah, but again, I would also add that, you know, I'm not just here for the Duke guys. Obviously, I'm here for everybody on the team.
What brought you to New Orleans? The team ceremony. There was other places that wanted that space and that shooter. What was the Pelicans and JJ Redick?
Well, I talked about this on my podcast, if you guys listen to it. It's the JJ Redick podcast on the Ringer Network. Look, as all these different events unfolded in the spring, and as we got closer to free agency, you know, a couple things happened. Number one, you know, my desire to go back to Philly, you know, what was no secret, and you know, I realized they had a lot of things on the table, and so there was an opportunity really for another team to step in. My desire to go to another team was there, and I was open to other opportunities, and then with everything that happened here, it provided really just an incredible opportunity to try something new, and you know, whether it was Griff or getting Trajan, getting the #1 pick in Zion, you know, there was an excitement that was building here, and I really sensed that, and felt like I could make a huge impact here, both on the court and off the court.
Just being around the guys, seeing them scrimmaging in the past few weeks, I guess what's really stood out to you about this team?
I don't buy into anything until there's real referees and real cameras, and I don't pick up basketball couldn't tell you.
So that being said, and you know, as a Duke guy and an NBA veteran, what do you make of the charismatic phenomenon that Zion seems to be, and the preoccupation that some people have with him, and now being on the team with that guy and probably having, you know, a relationship with him and fostering his development?
Mm-hmm. Well, you know, again, I'm not really hip to everything that goes on in high school basketball, but you know, this is a guy that's had a following since he's been 14 or 15 years old, and he's really maybe arguably one of the first guys in this new generation of high school players that have had this level of exposure because of social media at his age, and I think he's just a beautiful human. I mean, he's an incredible person, and he's handled it so well. And you know, there's an incredible amount of hype and just, you know, excitement around what he's going to do here and what he's going to do in the NBA. And it's all of our responsibility to sort of help him manage that. And there's going to be expectations and whatever, but it's our job to just help him.
You've been so close to, you know, getting to that ultimate goal, whether it be with the Clippers or the Sixers. What's the realistic goal here, considering that it's a team in transition, but there is a lot of talent here, young and better?
Maybe that's a better question for Griff and Trajan. I don't know. No, I expect us to make the playoffs. I expect us to try to make the playoffs. You know, when I talked with, you know, Griff and Trajan during free agency, you know, there was a desire to win games, to try to win games. So, you know, that's the expectation.
What's your relationship like with Drew Holiday, and is he part of the reason that you decided to come here? And what's it been like seeing him in the building for 2 weeks and actually working alongside him?
Yeah, again, I should point out, I've probably been down here a total of like 6 days in the last month. So, you know, or 6 weeks. So I've been kind of in and out of town. I came down three separate times. So, you know, I haven't like played with Drew yet. I don't play pickup. So, in terms of the relationship, you know, Drew and I spoke before free agency, and both expressed a desire to play together. I think he's one of the elite two-way players in the NBA. You know, I think in my mind he's a star. You know, you can argue what the definition of that is, but he's really one of the elite players in the NBA, and somebody from a distance that I've always appreciated, not just for his skill level, but for his approach to the game and for being a great teammate. I've had a bunch of guys that have played with him either in Philly or here and have said wonderful things about him.
You're a two-time captain, Coach K. The win's a big part of that, but I mean, what kind of puts him above and beyond and makes him so special?
What makes Coach K special?
I mean, the relationship you have.
Right. I've always said Coach K's greatest strength is his adaptability, and by that I mean his ability to maximize the talents of each individual team. You know, there's no system at Duke. There's a system of just maximizing people and maximizing talent, and he adjusts year to year. He coaches every team a little differently. As we've seen, he's adjusted to the landscape of college basketball, where once he, you know, didn't really recruit the one and done guys, and now he's, you know, I think he's got another top 5 recruiting class coming up this year. I mean, he's done an amazing job of just figuring out what's best for Duke and what's best for winning games.
What are some of the things you're looking forward to about New Orleans culture to experience?
Obviously the food. I mean, that's no secret. Very excited about that. You know, I in any place that I've ever played or ever lived, I've always really dove in to the local culture and the local geography. You know, I've really not spent a ton of time in my 13 years in the NBA outside of New Orleans proper. And so, you know, getting outside a little bit and exploring, taking my kids to museums, looking forward to Audubon Park, swamp tours. I had to explain to my 5-year-old yesterday that you can go and see crocodiles. And so I had to show him pictures and videos of crocodiles. So far he seems open to the idea of doing one of those tours. But yeah, just, you know, we're going to be, my wife and I and my boys, we came down for good yesterday, and you know, we're all in.
2 more questions, guys.
Pelicans are going to be on national television, I guess, 30 times minimum here, and also to be on NBA Euro television in prime time over there, a minimum of 4 times. I think escalate. But can you talk about how important that is, not just the 30 here, but the 4 and possible more in Europe, and what it means to your brand, the team brand, and the franchise and the league?
Yeah, I think it's amazing for this organization. obviously it probably has a lot to do with Zion being here and all the things that Griff and Trajan have done this summer in building this team. But this is a very exciting time to be in New Orleans and to be a Pelican, and that number obviously speaks to that. And I've been very fortunate to be in the right place at the right time for most of my career, and this definitely feels like that as well.
14 consecutive years in the playoffs.
13. Let's not get carried away. Let's not.
How big is it to you to make it 14?
Well, you know, if you had asked me this question 2 years ago, when it was like 11 in my first 11 years, I would have said, whatever, it's not a big deal. My first real conversation with Zion was a couple weeks ago, and we got to chat for 20 minutes or so after one of the workouts. And the last thing I said to him, I said, look, man, don't fuck this up for me. So he got it. He got it. Yeah, so I put a little extra pressure on him. All right, thanks, guys.
So we talked about this a little bit earlier when you first, when we had your first press conference. The way this offense, the way this defense is built, how does it accentuate the skills that you have? And then what are the things that you think you worked on this summer to make you even better suited for it?
Well, for me, this summer was a lot of rehab. Just trying to get healthy, ready to go for training camp. And that's what I ended up doing, fully clear, so that's great. And then the team is just, you know, we're long, athletic. Guys come in, work hard. So honestly, we're just going to run, you know, both on offense and defense and go from there.
Over the summer, you teamed up with Scott Butcher to get your new sleeve on your arm. Can you tell me what the significance of this sleeve means to you?
It means a lot, you know. Obviously, first off, you know, it's black excellence. But for me, it's like I went through a lot. I felt like the last 2 years, and when I look at my arm, I see that they've been through a lot worse than I have. So for me, it's just, you know, meaning and hope.
I guess what's it been like to be back on the court and kind of picking up where you left off?
Oh, it's amazing. I mean, like I said, it was a long summer for me. Pretty much rehab, you know, to the last bit of it. Finally got cleared by the doctors, and now I'm ready to go for training camp.
Was that the first big rehab you've had since you were playing basketball? Did you have any injuries before?
I got hurt my rookie year. It was a long process as well. So these last two summers have been tough. But, you know, like I said, I'm happy that I'm here. I'm happy that I can finally play and do everything that I want to do.
What's been your first impressions of playing with Zion and some of those young guys?
They come in, they work hard. You know, they come in all the optional workouts that you don't have to come to. So that's always positive. And they don't complain. I mean, they do their job and want to get better, and you can see that in them.
Lonzo, last year you played with LeBron James a couple of years ago. You guys had a really good young class with the Lakers. What do you see when you look at this roster you're going to be playing with this year?
Like I said, a lot of talent. We have a great mix of older guys, younger guys. I feel we have everything that we need, you know, to go pretty far.
You lived through your rookie year, and then last year with LeBron, you lived through some of the hype stuff that Zion's going through now. What do you tell him about that?
I'm just here for him whenever he needs it. Everything he's gonna go through, I've already done. So, you know, I'm with him this whole year. You know, plane rides, bus rides, obviously games, on the court, off the court. So, I told him he can come to me for anything, and I just want to be like a big brother to him.
What have you experienced with Drew Holiday, just from a leadership perspective, from a personality perspective? He's, you know, a guy who's been here the longest, and they're kind of saying, you know, he's the leader of this team.
Sure. I mean, he's a captain. You know, he's an all-star in this league. Everybody knows that. You know, my job is to help him get as many wins as we can.
Do you see some similarities between the two of you, the way you approach things defensively, the way, you know, you're both maybe not the most vocal people as far as volume? Do you see any of those kind of similarities?
I think we'll fit great together. I mean, our games kind of feed off each other, and I'm looking forward to playing with him this year.
You talked this summer about your maturation and just the process you've gone through the first 2 years of your career, and now you're talking about stuff like being a big brother to another guy in the league. So I guess, what's that process been like for you kind of growing up in this league and figuring out who you want to be?
I mean, everybody has to find their own way at the end of the day. But for me, just be a guy like Zion that's, picked first, has all the media attention on him. I can get in his ear and just tell him that, it's a long year, don't get too high, don't get too low. And just me being in the league the last 2 years, I have, knowledge that he doesn't have because he wasn't in the league before. So anything I can do to help, that's what I'm here for.
After the trades, everything you've really been through, do you feel like coming here with the new start, do you feel like a little weight's been lifted off your shoulders a little bit and you kind of get a chance to start anew?
I mean, it's just a reset. I wouldn't say weights lifted off our shoulders. I'm brought here to do a job, same way I was brought to LA to do a job. But just a restart. I'm happy to be here, happy to start over, start fresh, and do something new.
You talked about the talent that's here, young, veteran. Realistically, how far do you think this team can go?
We're going to take it one game at a time and go from there. Like I tell the young guys, it's a long year. You're going to win some games, you're going to lose some games. Learn from it and move on.
Alonzo, we're all kind of saying you've been through the hype. What are some examples in your mind of things that you have been through that you can relate them to Zion?
I mean, it's probably a little different for me, though, just being in LA. LA is a global market, one of the biggest markets in the world. So for Zion, I would say everybody's going to be looking at him, which he already knows. And you're going to have some bad games, you're going to have some good games, like I said. But, you just move on. The season's long. Just continue to get better every day and go from there.
Coach Alvin talked about you guys coming from a system that's not too dissimilar from his own. Have you had a discussion with the coaching staff on what that transition's going to be like and your potential role coming up this season?
We haven't had a real discussion about it. I mean, we've been in the workouts and they keep pushing the pace, which is great. It's how I like to play. So I think it'll be a good year.
What have you focused on most this offseason in the workouts to improve your game?
I mean, for me, it was just rehab. I mean, honestly, I couldn't run, couldn't jump till about a month ago. So for me, it was just getting physically ready to at least play and go from there. But just working on my jump shot, coming off of pick and rolls is the main thing I've been working on the last month.
Is there something that, besides the physical rehab and everything else, is there something that you've kind of embraced about the team and the city since you've been traded in? I mean, things look better than maybe you thought they would have been?
I mean, I've only been here for a couple of weeks. I don't really know the city too well, but I know the people are great. The food's great, and I'm here to help the basketball team. So that's what I'm trying to do.
You've spoken a lot about the birth of your daughter and how much it changed your mindset in life. What did it teach you about your own relationship with your family?
I mean, I see why my parents did certain things that they did that I didn't agree with growing up. I mean, it changes your view on life because you look at it through somebody else's eyes now instead of your own, honestly. So for me, it just gave me more responsibility, made me think more about my decisions before I made them.
There's always been a lot of attention on your jump shot and the improvements you've made there. How do you feel like that has improved over the summer? Like you said, you haven't been able to run as much, so
Yeah.
that's something you focus on.
I think it's just confidence. I mean, I've been able to shoot the ball my whole life, honestly. So just getting back to what I know, putting the ball in the hole.
Is there anything you're looking forward to about New Orleans culture now that you're down here to experience yourself firsthand?
I mean, I don't have anything marked on my calendar or anything, but, like I said, I'm happy to be here. Me being in the city for the few weeks that I have been, I can tell the people are, genuine. They're happy that, we're here, and that's always great. And, I mean, I don't know. Whatever the city's here to offer, I'm here for it.
We've seen you've already done this one outdoors and seen it happen.
Yeah, I'm trying to get accustomed to it, yeah.
Alonzo, what would you say is the thing that you've learned over these 2 years about being a professional?
Work every day. I mean, honestly, there's no days off, even in the off season. There's something that you can work on. So that'd probably be the number one thing.
Thank you, Alonzo.
Appreciate it.
Our guys fire away.
All right, Zion, this is it. The beginning starts tomorrow in earnest. How excited are you to take the practice court as a professional?
I'm very excited. This is what the dream was all about. Making it to the league and having an impact, and the impact starts tomorrow.
John, what have these past few months been like for you, just this whole journey of the city and just all of that?
It's been crazy and fun. Always on the move, but it's having fun. I think when people look at what I'm doing, they'll say it's very stressful, but I'm having fun with it. Like in all these meetings, when I'm meeting my new teammates, trying to gel with them, it's a fun process. Cause I'm 19. Like 2 years ago, I was just a senior in high school, and now I'm sitting here. So I think about stuff like that, and I'm just. It's a blessing to be here.
What are some of your favorite things that you've experienced in New Orleans so far?
I'd say the culture, and just the love for the city. Like when I'm kind of walking up and down the streets, I'll see these kids got like gallons of water, or a bucket, making some of the best beats I've ever heard. They're like 12, 13. And I'm like, man, nobody don't even know about this. I mean, it's a bucket. You can go a bucket they probably found and just. So I think stuff like that, just like I think gives the city a lot of spirit, and then the people are very welcoming. Drew Brees said it best: "If you love the city, they'll love you right back."
To be rated before you even play a game, and publications have you as one of the top 50 players in the league. Do you look at things like that, do you turn that back inwardly and think about how you need to progress rather than how others on the outside may see and the expectations they may have of you?
I think you said it well. I can't focus on the outside stuff. I got to focus on me and what I can do to help the Pelicans win. And because I focus on stuff like that, I feel like that'd be very selfish of me. Because I think we all have the same goal in mind, that's to make the playoffs and make a run.
Last time we talked to you at Summer League, you said your focus was going to be getting in the lab, getting your mind and body right for the season. So I guess what have the past few months been like during that process, getting ready?
It's been fun. That's the best part. That's what makes all this other stuff possible. What I do on the court, because when I'm between that rectangle, that's where my love comes out. It's my passion.
That night, you played one summer league game. Ton of people there. You got hurt. There was an earthquake. They signed Kawhi and traded for PG all the same night. Have you thought back on that night, and what are the things that you remember from just the whole experience?
Like I said before, it's been a crazy experience, but I do look back at that night. With me personally, I look back on the game and what I could have done better. I didn't play so well, so I look at that and how can I improve my game.
Is there anything that you worked on specifically with Aaron Nelson in terms of getting your body ready to play a full 82 games?
Oh yeah, we've been working on flexibility a lot.
Zion, you were the guy in college and all, but you talked to JJ and Drew and Lonzo, and they're all saying that they got your back. They're going to help you through the process and pull a wagon if you will. And how good does it make you feel knowing you got guys that trying to help take pressure off?
It's great. I know I'm in the right place with Drew and JJ and Etwan Moore. Since I've been here, they've been giving great advice. Whenever they think I am overthinking things or seem stressed, they'll be the first ones to come to me and just say, relax, be you. Just play the game you love. And it's the small things like that that help a lot, and I just get going.
There's a business to being the presumptive number one pick, and then the number one pick, and endorsement deals that follow that. How much of your time, maybe leading up to Summer League, was the business, and when do you think it really started to turn for you back to playing basketball, getting ready for this season?
A lot of it. You hear about that part of this. You hear about that part of the side of the business and stuff, but when you actually experience it, like bouncing from city to city, sitting in 3-4 hour long meetings, listening to people try to pitch you on their company, it's a lot. And only having like an hour or two to try to get in the gym and then hop back on a plane and go somewhere else. It was a lot of traveling, a lot of meetings, but for now that part slowed down a lot. It'll probably pick back up soon, but for now it's just focusing on the Pelicans.
What were some of your favorite endorsement events that you've done so far?
The one in the Jordan Brand event that I did in Harlem for the Jordan 34s, that was a lot of fun. Just because I'm around other kids, and when these kids look up to me, and they're like telling me like what they want me to do this season, what they expect. I mean, it means a lot to me. I remember when I was in their position, probably looking up to some other guys and going, man, like I hope they do well this year.
The balance of this roster needs you to have two guys like Akil and Jackson who are your age that you kind of bond with, and then you've also got on the other side JJ and Drew. How do you sort of balance that approach, and how helpful do you think that is entering the league with a type of roster like that?
It's funny you say that. I think that's one thing different about coming into the league. Like, you know, I have to practice at Duke. What class you got tomorrow? When you finish with classes and stuff? Here. Yo, Etwan, is there a food spot you trying to go to? Man, I can't. Got stuff to handle with JJ. He has kids. Like, you gotta take their kids to school. I'm like, kids, 19. So yeah, it's kind of it's funny, but it's great because you know I'm bonding with people my age, and then got people like JJ, Etwan, and Drew who have been through this for many years and been very successful, and they're giving me their advice. So I think it's a great balance.
A lot of it has to do with you, but you're going to be on 30 national games in prime time. And you're going to be in Europe. You're going to be on television in Europe too. Did you ever imagine that at all? And you just talked about being on TV in Europe.
I would lie if I say I never imagined that. It's, you know, when you're a kid in the room, you know, you got that piece of paper or a T-shirt and you shoot it into the laundry basket or something. You're like, man, the whole world could be watching me one day. So for the Pelicans' reach to be that far, I'm hyped. I'm very excited about it.
When you talk about the kids at the event, telling you what they want you to do this year, what do they want you to do this year? What was going through your mind when you were hearing all that?
You know, like kids, they be so hyped. They start saying, "I want it between the legs, like reverse." Like I'm like, let's just make the dunk. But nah, they're just saying like they hope I go out there and prove all the doubters wrong and just keep being me. You know, when you hear that from a little kid, it hits different. It's like, man, he like really means that. So it just fuels me to work harder.
What's your relationship been with Jackson and Akil so far, and just how have you guys kind of grown together in this whole process?
We're the Rooks. Our relationship is pretty tight. You know, we were on our little college tour, just trying to show love to the state of Louisiana. And, you know, even when I went to LSU, like, I didn't go there. They could have easily just have, like, you know, booed me or, like, not accepted me. When I got there, they showed a lot of love, and they're like, welcome to Louisiana. Like, we hope you do very well at the Pelicans. And stuff like that. It's like, man, like, the state really is love. Like, they show love everywhere.
Obviously, you're a guy who's endorsing NBA 2K, but I mean, with the young guys, y'all fight over the sticks and who gets to be the Pelicans and who. Listen,
you know, my guy is not that good in 2K. But that's okay. That's okay. He's slower than I would like him, but it's fine. It's just, it's weird though. Like, I'm on these AAU trips when you were younger. You're playing 2K like with your friends and your teammates. And you're having fun, but you know, like you slide over to the right or the left. And you start pressing a button like to switch teams, and boom, you right there. You don't have to create your player. You don't have to do nothing. Your player is already there. And it's just like, man, I'm here, but I want to stay here for a long time. So just all this stuff just adds motivation to my fire.
JJ
Two more
said,
questions.
JJ said that he kind of put a little pressure on you about keeping this playoff streak alive. You remember that?
He did. It was so funny. Like he had just gave me some great advice, and then, I mean, the whole mood shifted. He was like, "I'm 13 for 13. Don't mess this up for me." I'm like, JJ, why are you telling me? I'm a rookie.
He's a little different.
Watch the Saints and all, LSU often as a tight end. I mean, do you ever watch Drew Brees, the way he works and thinks tight end? I mean, I could do that. I could have done. Obviously, you made the right decision. Do you ever look at that and think, whatever, I could have break that?
All the time, because I love to watch, especially college football. I love watching college football, but when I'm watching football, especially in person, I'm like, man, you put me in like that receiver, like 10-yard line, fade route to the corner. That's me, 100% of the time. But no, like I just love watching it. But yeah, I do think about, man, I might could be out there.
Zion,
Last one, guys.
you seem to be embracing this, and you seem to be having a great time with all this. And it sounds like a bunch of your Pelicans teammates are in your ear. Like throughout the league, who are some of the people that are trying to reach out to you and talk to you, and who do you want to hear from? Do you want this much advice about how to go through this as a rookie?
Yeah, I want all the advice I can get, because everybody has different perspectives. So like, if I can get advice from multiple perspectives, I can find a way to bring it together and find out what's best for me.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Zion.
No problem.
What's up, man?
What's it been like just to finally be back on the court and be clear to participate once again?
It's been exciting. I couldn't imagine being away from the game for about 5 months without playing basketball, and it made me cherish it a little bit more. Every time that I come out here, I make sure that I'm putting good work into my body, making sure that everything is right before I go out on the court.
Brandon, people look at your demeanor and they think that you're real laid back. Can you talk about the competitor that you are and just getting this opportunity to come back and kind of prove again the reason that you were thought of so highly coming out of college?
It's all to my testament. When I step on the basketball floor, I think I just have goals in mind and things that I want to reach that are far more difficult than the people want me to do. And it's just a drive in me that I get from my family every time that I step on the floor, that I just want to be the best at what I do.
You had an opportunity to have a conversation with Drew at this point. He's obviously been here the longest. He's, the captain in a lot of ways. What have you guys kind of discussed, and how do you feel you're going to play off of him?
Just how fun it's going to be. I think he's kind of a pass-first guy, that he can score the basketball, but he's a smart player. So just how fun it's going to be to run up and down and play fast on the basketball floor.
Do you anticipate your role being a little bit different than what you were tasked with doing in LA your last couple of years?
I'm not sure. I just go out there and play basketball. I think the best way to figure that out is go play basketball and try to make them have an adjustment off me. Just go in there and do what I do best, and just show my talent and show how hard I work in this 1 month span that I'm back healthy.
You and Lonzo got to play with obviously LeBron, and you've been around. Kobe was there, and just a bunch of different stars, a lot of legends there. What do you take from that experience playing with all those people around you when you bring it here? Will that make you and this team a better player and a better team?
What I take it from it is just the person you have to be every single day, how consistent you have to be, so you can have guys follow you in your work, and just how you carry yourself every single day. Whether that's talking on the floor, whether that's how hard I'm working on the basketball floor, just having guys follow the right things.
Is there anything about New Orleans culture that you're looking forward to experiencing?
New Orleans culture is just getting some good food. I know I look like I need to eat a lot. But I've been around a little bit. There's a lot of genuine people here. It reminds me of back home a little bit. It's a little slowed down, so it's been a good experience so far.
Is it meaningful for you to get back on practice court, a real practice court tomorrow, considering everything you went through in the spring and how, uncertain it was then, and how far you've come?
Absolutely. I think, I don't think it was uncertain for me. It was kind of scary for me at the beginning, just finding out that I had a blood clot. But it was nothing to do with my blood. It was just kind of how my body structure is. But to find out that I was going to recover fully, I was all in with that. My mind stayed positive, and I was just ready to get back, and I'm just excited to get back on the floor.
When you do with the business end, knowing that potentially you can sign an extension in the off season, how do you, as a player, separate those two things, knowing that the business is coming, but at the same time knowing you need to prepare for this season?
Well, when I grew up as a kid, I never put the money involved. I always just liked to play basketball. When you couldn't have told me that I was going to make $1 million at 7 years old, 8 years old. So I just look at it like that. I'm humble and I'm blessed to play this game of basketball. So I'm just keep playing this game of basketball to the best of my ability, and everything else will handle itself.
You mentioned it being scary when you first got the diagnosis about the blood clot and everything. When you did find out that it was going to be okay, like how did that kind of change your spirits and kind of change your focus going into this year, knowing that everything was all right, considering some guys have had some major issues with that?
Well, my spirits kind of stayed high. I had good insight from the doctors. I had good insight from my family of just keeping my head high and just continue to keep going. The process wasn't easy. Sometimes I had trouble breathing. I had chest and back pain a little bit, but everything that I went through, I knew I could get through. So I always just kept my head high and just did whatever the doctors told me to do. I just felt like I was progressing every single week.
And now they say, everything is clear. You should be free going forward. No issues.
Pretty much, yes.
Do you have to take any medication or any precautions to prevent recurrence?
No more medication.
With the training facilities, with this training facility being connected with the Saints and the Pelicans, are you looking forward to having any interactions with the Saints players like Zion had with visitors and things like that?
Yeah, I'm not really into football, but I have friends and family that's into football, so I plan to interact with some of the guys.
When you see the structure of this roster, is there any part of your game that you're saying, okay, maybe I have to do this a little bit more, or maybe I have to change this part of my game to fit in what they need me to do?
I just got to ask Coach what he wants me to do. Pretty much I'm going to do everything that I'm capable of doing. Just show it full force on the basketball floor, whatever that I can do, and then adjust from that.
You mentioned the tempo and how it benefits your game. Where does it kind of manifest itself? Where does that speed and that pace kind of make your game stand out?
From the speed and pace game, I think the ability to just stretch and get to the basket. I think if we're running the basketball floor, my ability to run with other guys, running the wing, pushing the pace off a rebound, just different variations. I think I could be all over the floor in the offense where we just pushing the tempo and we find the best shot.
There's a lot of latent athleticism on the team. Where do you guys see yourself
Defensively, we can be really good, but it it starts with good principles. It starts with whatever that we put our minds to. I mean, we can all have the talent of trying to say that we can be a good defensive team, but we just got to have to be there for each other, trust each other, and just stay in front of our mans and be behind each other.
One of the things that
Last question.
one of the things that for your game that people have looked at is the outside shot. Since you've been able to get back in the gym, how much have you been spending time working on those threes, knowing that they'll be available in this offense?
I've spent time on all parts of my game. Whatever you name, I can pretty much say that I've spent time in the gym just working different parts of my game. So I'm sure in whatever offense that Coach Alvin wants to run, I'm sure I'll be pretty fine in it.
Thank you, guys. Thanks, Brandon.
Thank you.
What's up?
A lot of people have called you one of the most underrated signings of the offseason, the potential impact that you can have on this team. Do you feel like being in New Orleans now, you have an opportunity to really showcase all of the things that you can do, both as an offensive and defensive player?
I do. That's one of the main reasons why I wanted to come here. I saw the potential in the team, and I saw like where I could fit in. And I knew Utah was in a situation where they had to shed salary. So, I just asked them like, "Yo, can y'all just trade me to New Orleans?" And they did that, and I'm appreciative of it. But yeah, I'm excited to be here, and I see an opportunity for myself to kind of establish myself as a player and kind of like show things that I wasn't able to show in the previous couple of years, and just show the player that I am, that I can be.
Was there any of the teams that you asked to be traded to, or was it kind of you knew what situation you wanted to get in and Utah kind of helped you?
I mean, it was other teams, but I think New Orleans was the best spot for me as far as like how the team was structured and the opportunity that I had, and just want to be here, just want to come back down south.
You were with some elite defensive teams out there in Utah the past few years. I guess when you see the pieces on this squad, how good can they be on the defensive side?
No, we can be really good. I think we got more athleticism here than we did in Utah. Not saying anything about Utah, but I think we could do the same thing here. Guys here, they're athletic, they're willing to play defense, willing to learn how to be in position to play defense, being able to switch 1 through 5. That's the way the NBA is going now, and just being able to play positionless basketball. So I think we built for that. Hey, what have been your impressions of Zion so far? How long have you worked with him? Now I've been impressed by him. He's a young guy, obviously, but he works hard. He's a different animal in person than on TV. When you see him, obviously he got the athleticism. He's a good dude to be around. He's not like cocky or anything like that, but just a good dude to be around, man. Just always joking. Everybody on the team loves him, and I think I'll have a big year this year.
Is there a different now?
Just physically, just working out physically in the weight room. Just you can tell like when he step out on the court, his body doesn't look like a rookie. He look like a 10, 11-year vet already. So, no, he's impressive. So I think he'll have a good year this year.
Has there been any moments where you've seen him where you just kind of been like, wow, in terms of like something he's done on the court already? Or?
Yeah, he's made a couple of plays during like the pickup games we've been playing where you're like, man, like you don't see somebody like his size being able to do something like that. So, like I said, I've been impressed by him so far, and I can't wait to see how it translates into NBA games.
Given how much hype is around him with the 4.2 million Instagram followers, what's the hardest thing that he's going to be looking at from this point?
Just staying focused, just staying level-headed with everything. Some games he's gonna have like great games, scoring 20, 30 points, and some games he's gonna have well, he might score 10, you know, and everybody be like, oh man, you know, he played bad, this and that. So I think for him, just not to pay attention to the outside noise when you know, things get hard. Just go ahead and just deal with it and just fight through it.
You said it's very similar. Very similar to the situation. Very similar to Utah situation when you were there. How far can this team go this year, and what is the long-term goal?
I mean, in Utah, it took us some years. It took us a year or two to really establish the system and for guys to like really buy in and really become the team that we did. I think we can reach that too. No, obviously we're gonna have some ups and downs this season. Young team, everybody's kind of new, but I think once we figure it out, once we get the chemistry down, once we get the system down, I think we'll be a really good team.
As a defender, when you look at guys like Jackson, Zion, Jaleel, how influential do you think you can be in practice in helping develop their ability to defend in the post, defend in space?
Yeah, just giving them stuff that I learned throughout the years. As far as like being in the correct position, being able to communicate and talk, being a player down low, protecting the rim. You know, you always got to be vocal out there. You always got to be like the linebacker or whatever, just vocal, just directing people out there. So just doing those little things, and just like I say, just stay level-headed with everything. You know, you're not gonna block every shot. You're not gonna stop every player, every play. You just got to move on to the next play, and just keep working, keep learning. Keep watching film, keep studying the game, and just keep getting better.
Being an Atlanta native, is it somewhat awkward for you to practice here in the same facility as the Saints?
Hey man, you know what? Out of respect to the Saints and to everybody, you know, I'm a fan of football. You know what I'm saying? I like the Saints. You know, I don't have nothing against them. No, it's a rivalry. You know, we all know that. But it's all fun. You know, I wouldn't come here with a Falcon shirt or anything like that. But no, it's all fun, man. It's not crazy at all. You know, when I was eating breakfast, you know, sometimes I'll text my friends back at home or I FaceTime my friends and be like, man, you know, I just saw Drew Brees, or, you know, he go to the Saints football field. You know, it's just little stuff like that. But I'm a fan though. You know, I'm a football fan, so you know, I enjoy it. No, it's not weird. It's not weird. I have fun with it. I know people around here take it serious though. You know, man, I can tell you. I told one of the Uber drivers, I was like, man, I'm from Atlanta, and he was talking about the Saints when Drew Brees got hurt, and he asked me, who's my team? And I was like, I don't know if I should tell you. So I end up telling him. I was like, man, I'm a Falcons fan, and he stopped the car. He was like, man, you gotta get out now, man. So I was like, whoa. So I learned my lesson. So.
What are some aspects of the game you're looking forward to showcasing in this up-tempo system that Alec Jacker's going to put forward?
Just showing the type of player I am, playing out of pick and roll situations. Obviously rebounding, setting screens. When I get my opportunity to score, whether it's on the block or whether it's on the out on the perimeter, just take advantage of that. Just show like the NBA, like the type of player that I am.
What did you just talk about the city of New Orleans so far? I know it's a lot different from Salt Lake City.
Yeah. I haven't experienced it yet. You know, I've been busy just at the gym and looking for a house or looking for a place to stay, so I haven't really been out yet, but I'm looking forward to it. That's it.
Getting to, on the thing itself, or getting to play the 5 full time now. And
right.
How exciting is that for you to be able to take out? I mean, you don't have anybody. I mean, Rudy was a great player, but now you kind of get to take over that natural position. How much is that? How do you look forward to that?
I'm happy about it. I'm excited about it. You know, obviously, Rudy's a great player. You know, I've been with him for a couple of years, and you know, it's gonna be a lot different not having him back there with me. But you know, I'm up for the challenge. You know, I joke with Rudy a lot. I said like he learned a lot from me. Like he learned all his defensive stuff from me. But no, I'm excited about it. You know, I'm ready for the challenge.
Thanks, guys.
All right, appreciate it. Thank you.
Cool. How y'all guys doing? What is that? Nah, not yet. Stay tuned. Stay tuned.
Josh, you really throwing this up in the city and the culture. What's one thing about New Orleans perhaps you didn't know coming in that you've been able to experience or been surprised by?
How fattening the food is. It's probably my thing that caught me by surprise. Like I said, I had to get a chef. 'Cause I was like, I can't do it. I mean, that was probably, I was at the fried chicken festival the other weekend. Gus's fried chicken was crazy. Josephine had a fire chicken sandwich. I don't know. I think that was the biggest thing for me is just the food. Because obviously LA light eats, you know, it's not as bad of a toll on my body, but the food, definitely.
How big is your podcast been for being setting your own narrative, getting accepted by the city and explaining who you
You said how what?
Your podcast.
Yeah, but I said, what was the question?
How has it helped
Oh,
you
okay.
embrace the city and the city embrace you back to
It definitely helped. I think just because at the end of the day, obviously right now everything's so social media, or everything's so media right now, and it's just a way for me to control the narrative about myself. You know, when you do interviews, you can have quotes that are cut, just shortened for clickbait or whatever it is. So, you know, my podcast is a way for me to put out my feelings, how I want to put them out. And it's definitely helped me just in terms of, my love, just kind of showing my love for the city and for this organization and the future that, we have here.
What's it like being on the team with so many podcasters yourself?
I don't know. I never would have thought. I mean, I never would have thought I had my own podcast. But obviously, like you said, JJ got one, Swin got one, so it's cool just because I can learn from from those guys. We're all gonna have to do some pod for pods. But it's cool just because, like I said, it's just another way to express yourself and show yourself to, your fans and just the other people in general. So it's cool, that we all have, our own podcast, and they're all kind of different podcasts in a way. So it's all just three different, narratives.
Who's another player that you wish, in the environment that you wish would start their own podcast and get their voice out?
Who would I wish? Spencer Dinwiddie. Definitely Spencer. Spencer's, when it comes to business and handling himself and those kind of things, I think him having a podcast would be really good just because, like I said, he's a wizard when it comes to those kind of things, and it'd be very good for people in general, but also a lot of players to hear some of the stuff that he's done, what goes through his mind, and he can inspire, his peers, guys that are younger than him, guys that are older than him, to make smarter decisions, make smarter investments. So definitely Spencer Dinwiddie, I would love for him to have a podcast. So Spence, gotta have one, man. Or you can hop on mine, maybe chat it up,
So you look at the way you're going to fit into this team, and you look at the roster itself. There are guys that have similar skills as you. How much do you learn from a JJ about moving without the ball? How much do you learn from Drew about positioning on defense? Are you trying to steal things from all these guys and improve your game?
Yeah, I mean, if you're on a team and you have good veterans and you don't try to learn from them, you're not going to do well in this league. You're not going to survive in this league. JJ is one of the best shooters that ever played this game. So being able to learn how he sets himself up, how he goes off screens, how he gets his footing right, that's something that I need to get better at. That's something I should learn from him. Drew, who's a pit bull, both on offense, but obviously on the defensive end. So just kind of learning small tricks from him. That's what you have to do as a younger player. When you have good veterans who've been proven and, ones who want to help and guys who are as high character as those guys. So, I mean, that's one of the most important things for me this year is just learning from those guys and getting better.
With that said, you were in Los Angeles and you played with LeBron, Kobe was around, Baylor was around, all these different legends from the Lakers were around. What did you take from that experience playing with the Lakers and bringing it back here to New
I mean, for me, Kobe wasn't around really that much. Obviously, I was around Bron all the time, just about every day. And Elgin were there, but just kind of just learning small tricks from them. Obviously, my game and LeBron games are totally different, but just kind of positioning, kind of knowing where the refs are, knowing when you can get away with a push or pull every now and then, and stuff like that. So obviously, learning from those guys, learning how they see the game, was great last year, and so that's just something I want to help some of these younger guys with.
You dealt with some injuries during the end of your Lakers tenure, so I guess what was it like getting through that rehab process and finally getting back on the court?
It was good. I still haven't dunked yet. Haven't tried to dunk yet. I haven't dunked, in 6 months, but it was good just coming off that, partially torn patella. When you don't have that, it's hard to be effective. As a basketball player, that goes, your patella is, whatever you do, whether you're just walking, you load it, and walking was painful. So now, got the procedure done, and feeling better and feeling stronger. So I'm just kind of looking forward to hooping without pain.
You made abundantly clear that you wanted to be here. You envisioned a good situation. What did you see here that's so unique?
I think it starts at the top. Obviously, the owner, Ms. Benson is amazing. Griff's been here, just got here, and you saw what he did with the draft and getting future assets and bringing in high quality and high character guys who've been in this league and who've been proven. And then it just goes down the line from JJ, Drew, Derek. Obviously, you got great young guys like Zion and Jackson Nikhil. And then obviously my two brothers, Zoe and B.I. are over here with me. So when you have great guys and great character who are competitive, who are hungry, and who won't back down from any challenge, you want to be in places like that. You don't want it to be in positions where it's toxic, or you don't want to be in places where there's no challenges, because you don't grow as players and as a team. And this is somewhere I wanted to be, somewhere obviously the city's amazing and they're behind us 100%. And when you have all those characteristics into one organization, into one city, it's foolish to not want to be there, and it's foolish to not embrace that team.
Every year of your career has been marked by heavy turnover on rosters.
Mm-hmm.
You come into this season, how do you build that chemistry quickly with this new group, and does it help to have guys like Lonzo and B.I. who and then in that mix to make that transition?
Definitely helps. Obviously, I've been with those guys for the last 2 years, and I know how they play. I know where they like the ball. I know a lot of their tendencies, so obviously that helps a lot. And then, we just got to build that camaraderie on and off the court. I think even, off the court, I've been hanging out with these guys, a lot, just doing different things. Then that's where you start building that foundation and building that those relationships. And when you do that off the court, it translates onto the court. And we're all not going to see eye to eye. We're all going to make mistakes, but we all know that it's coming from the right place. We all know that we want this team to be successful more than ourselves as individuals. And when you have a team full of those kind of guys and those kind of high character guys, everything kind of falls into place. So, it'll take a while. Things aren't going to, October 22nd, things aren't going to be perfect, and we're not going to score 150 and be in a blowout. It's going to take time, but like I said, we have high character guys who want to be Pelicans and want to be bought into this place.
You were one of the guys invited to the Mamba Invitational, I think that's what it's called. So I guess, what was that experience like being around, Kobe and all those young guys?
It's cool, just because you just learn so much more. Obviously, you learn from him. You learn all the aspects. Obviously, we did, court work. We did weight stuff. that we did, things for, a station that was just just solely just based on your mind and just challenging your mind into different aspects. So that's something that you don't always do. A lot of times you get your weights in and, you get your shots up, you might hoop a little bit, but sometimes you don't think of that mental aspect of it. So it was cool to do all those things, see how those, Kobe and the rest of the guys there, take care of their bodies, how they approach every drill and every possession. That was great for me to learn as one of the younger guys there, and thankful, to have been there.
Josh, having played with Ron, what kind of advice would you give a guy like Zion who's having to deal with that same type of hype and expectation?
I mean, the expectation by who? The media? Like, we're playing a game. We're playing basketball. I mean, there's no expectation for him. Go out there and play hard and, do what you do. No one's sitting here saying you got to average 25 and 15 as a rookie. Go out there, play the game how you want to play the game, and everything else will come. I think that's the biggest thing. That's what, us as, some of the older guys, we want to tell him, like, at the end of the day, the media is the media. The only one that matters is the one that's in that locker room. As long as you can look me in the eye after a game that, we won or lost, and you can sit there and say you played your heart out and you did everything you could do, I don't care if you scored 40 points or 0 points. That's all that matters at the end of the day. I think he's a good kid that can do that, and we don't really care what the media has to say.
Josh, so many guys one and done in college, and college was important. You stayed and improved, and it paid off for you. How would you tell somebody who is going to college?
How would I tell them to do 4 years or what? What's the question?
Yeah, you got back ahead of you stayed, and I mean, you got better.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
you weren't ready to come out, but
Mm-hmm.
that doesn't happen often now. Guys don't say that.
Yeah. It's so tough right now. Obviously, it's a one and done era, and sometimes guys aren't ready, but they're forced to be. To go to the league, or they just have an amazing opportunity, to maybe be a lottery pick or whatever it is, and that's the opportunity you have to take. So it's tough, but the program I was at Villanova was amazing. Coach Wright did a great job in developing me as a player, but also as a young man, and making sure that I handled my business every day, whether that was on the court or whether I was going to class and being on class on time. And, that helped me, that path helped me. And that path is not for everybody, but if you're at a quality program that cares about you as individuals and not just as basketball players, just, be there as long as you can. Take advantage of it, because at the end of the day, that time could go by quick. And, everything you have there is just, stepping stones for your character.
You among many other NBA players are avid gamers and you investing into many other game industries. Do you feel that that's the next wave for many other athletes to invest into that industry?
I think so. And I did it first. So yeah. But I think so. That's a growing space. The space that a lot of NBA guys have passions for. There's not everyone knows how to use that passion, to lead into different endeavors. But I think it's definitely, I guess, the next wave, quote unquote, if you want to say it. But like I said, it's a growing space. It's a space that a lot of people have passions for in the NBA. A lot of people game, and something that kind of can take your mind off of basketball and take your mind off reality and just go out there and play. I play with a lot of teammates, and that helps build some camaraderie. That helps build, relationships. So I think it is, and I think it's something that's cool, and very anxious and curious to see where that space goes.
Have you talked to management at all about getting the Pelicans involved in the NBA 2K?
Nah, I haven't yet. Right now, my summer was all about getting adjusted to the city, getting adjusted to this organization, and just getting better and getting right from my injury. So I haven't. Maybe sometime in the future I will, but I haven't yet.
Josh, what's, as an Eagle Scout, two-part question, what's something you learned from that that's helped you in your basketball career? And
Mhm.
the second part is, what's like either a former or current teammate that you'd rather not be stuck in the wilderness with?
Rather, I'll go with the first one. First, leadership. I think that's the biggest thing. You know, especially when you have younger teammates. You know, we have Nikhil Jackson, Zion, Zoe, Bi. I think all those guys are younger than me. I think I might be missing one or two others, but I think Frank's younger than me too. Anyways, we got some young guys, so just kind of helping lead those guys. Obviously, we have great vocal leaders with Drew and Derek and JJ, but just being, you know, someone who goes out there, leads by example. You know, comes to work every day, and it's professional about, you know, my job here. So that's definitely something that helped me with. And then the second part, not want to be stuck in the city with. Is this like it's flooding and I don't and he's not like a handyman or what's the situation in the wilderness? Shit. That I don't want to be, probably Zoe. Zoe probably never been in the wilderness a day in his life, so I'm saying Zoe. Me, nah.
Getting back real quick to the question about having played with LeBron and what advice you can give to Zion. I don't think it's just about media scrutiny. It's also about transcendent popularity, attention, adoration. You know, I don't know if in your experience, when you play on a team with LeBron, were road trips different than your other NBA experiences?
No. I mean, like I said, that's all those things are portrayed by the media. Like there's, I mean, attention from, from who? I mean, at the end of the day, you know, those road trips were just the same as my sophomore year, my second year in the league as my rookie year in the league. I mean, obviously there's, you know, more eyes and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, like I said before, you know, we're about the team. And we're not about just individuals. And like I said, I don't care if, you know, he's rookie of the year. Obviously, I want him to be rookie of the year. But I don't care if he's that or, you know, he's, you know, a 20-10 guy or he's, you know, an 8-5 guy. Like, whatever, as long as he goes out there, plays as hard as he can, plays for the team and not himself, which he's a high character guy and he already goes out there and does, he's going to be successful. And, you know, there's no pressure on him from us, no expectations besides going out there and playing hard. At the end of the day, you know, the person he is, the media is going to put expectations on him. The media is going to put pressure on him. They're going to say, you know, if he doesn't average 20 and 10, you know, he's not doing well or whatever like that. But at the end of the day, you can't always judge somebody by the box score. So he's going to do so much more than what shows on the box score. And, you know, that's what we care about as a team, as building a winning culture, and as a city. It's about going out there, handling your business as a professional, playing hard, and, you know, having success in this team. And, you know, he's going to do great in that role.
Are you cleared to play without restrictions?
Yeah, I am. So I'm excited about that. I've been hooping for the last 3-4 weeks, you know, and now it's time. Now it's go time, and I'm fully cleared.
And has there been specific areas of your game that you've been keying in on the top?
Definitely, you know, just consistency with my jump shot. I think last year it was hard just because, you know, the beginning of the year I was good, I was healthy, and then, you know, towards the end of the year I was trying to overcompensate. I couldn't get any lift on my shot, so, you know, I just tried to get it there. So just kind of, you know, correcting those bad habits that I formed then. You know, playmaking, you know, AG wants to run a fast pace. Good, I messed that up. A fast paced offense, and wants everyone to be threats and everyone to be involved. And I think that's going to be great for the style. So I definitely try to, you know, work on playmaking and just kind of getting back in shape. You know, when you're not running for 3-4 months, get a little chunky. So I've been trying to do that.
Josh, on your podcast, you and Coach Wright talked about a game where you guarded all 5 positions, didn't take a break.
Yeah.
Showed that coach, film to Coach Gentry and talked about your defensive versatility.
No, I haven't. I mean, I'm sure he, there was times I played, there was a lot of times I was backup for in LA. I was screening and rolling. I was guarding, 7-footers. I was assigned to them. It's different than you go in transition, you got a mismatch, and you got to go guard a footer. I was assigned to playing bigger guys in the post, and
Do you take pride in it?
yeah, I take pride in it because at the end of the day, I mean, it's not just because I'm a 6'5" guard. It's not sweet down there for me. I mean, you ain't gonna sit there talking about it's a mouse in the house. Nah, like you got to work for this. I'm not gonna back down from nobody. I mean, and that's just my mentality. At the end of the day, I mean, I'm competitive, and it's not sweet.
Josh, you're a good person to ask this. How competitive have the voluntary workouts been over these last few weeks?
Oh, they've definitely been very competitive. Everyone wants to win, and everyone's gonna do anything we can do to win. So it's been competitive. It's been tiring trying to run at that pace, but it's been good. Some trash talking going on and stuff like that. But that just you going hard at each other. That just breeds success because you're making each other better. So it's been good, and I'm looking forward to this training camp to be even more competitive.
How do y'all divide those teams up? Rookies versus vets versus
How do we divide it up? Nah, it's a lot of times the coaches divided it up. There was one time I divided it up. I was a GM. My team went undefeated that day, so I'm just saying, when I'm done hooping, if anybody wants to GM, holler at me. I went undefeated that day, so cool. Yeah, have a good one.
Hello.
What's it been like for you this summer? Obviously, last summer there's a lot of uncertainty about where you end up now. You're a little bit more comfortable in your skin and where you are. So I guess what's the summer been like for you?
It's been a lot of fun. Just realizing I'm going back to the same team with the expectations of playing. Like you said, that I don't think I've had that expectation probably since I was in high school when I was returning to the same team. So I'm excited about that. Returning to familiar coaches, familiar faces. So I'm excited just to get going. What was it like this summer working out with Mike G and training in those intense workouts? They were very intense, but it was a lot of fun. We're at Drew's house, or the Holiday Ranch, as we like to call it, and me, Drew, AD. It was just a lot of fun. We're competing with each other, we're pushing each other to get better, and it was very enjoyable.
Do you see yourself set up for a career year this season with the Pelicans?
I think every year you go into it, you're hoping to have a career year. You're hoping to have your best year yet, and that's my expectation as well.
Drew, where are you compared to last year? You were at the start of the season physically. I know last offseason everybody was talking about the improved health and fitness. Do you feel like you've taken another step this summer as well?
Yeah, I have. I just keep learning new things, the proper way to take care of my body. The biggest thing that I think I learned this summer was just proper sleep, just getting the right amount of sleep every night. That's something I never really put emphasis on. Last year was nutrition. I just keep learning things every year to better myself and better myself as an athlete. So.
This roster is kind of a delicate balance between you have vets on one side, a lot of young players on the other side. What's it been like for you to kind of interact with Derek Favors these past couple of weeks, and likewise be around even someone younger than you in Jackson?
It's been cool. I was actually, realizing that I'm growing into year 5, so realizing that I do have some experience under my belt to help some of the younger guys, but then at the same time, I am a younger guy. As Drew put it, I'm a tweener. That's what he said. That's probably the best way to put it. So I'm still able to help the younger guys, but I'm still, younger enough where I can learn from, D-Faves and the older guys on the team.
Are you looking this year to expand on your shooting more, or are you still sticking to more down low block scoring?
I'm looking to do whatever Coach Gentry wants me to, honestly. We have the first day of practice tomorrow. I know that's cliche, but if Coach Gentry, which I doubt, tells me he wants me to shoot 23s every game, I will. So it just all depends on what the coach wants from me. But physically, I feel great. I'm healthy, and I'm ready to get out there.
How valuable is it to have a vet like Derek Favors here to kind of bounce ideas off of him?
Super valuable. He's been, I don't know how many playoff experiences he's been in, but I know it's a lot. So just stuff like that I'm able to learn from him. He's had a lot of success in this league. And he's really good at some of the things that I want to get better at, defense, rebounding. So I'm really excited to learn from him in those aspects.
Joe, you had mentioned in the middle of last season that you had worked out, or I think played with Zion Williamson last summer.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen any kind of improvements in his game, something that's different, better about him this offseason?
There's nothing that's a surprise though. I mean, just a freak of nature. When you're out there, every single day that we played, just 4 or 5 times, you just kind of lose your breath. It's something that he does. It's a lot of fun just watching him play. He's just an amazing player, and I'm sure you guys know that. But I'm excited to team up with him once the season starts.
Is there anywhere you're looking forward to taking some of the new Pelicans out to experience the city of Orleans? My favorite restaurant, as far as dinner goes, is Saffron. I don't know if you guys have heard of it, but that's one of the places I plan on taking some of the rookies.
Being, in your 5th year, you're saying, what do you see about this team? I mean, you've been through, the Nets and the Sixers and everything. What do you see in this team potential? How good they could be?
There's a lot of potential, and I think a lot of the guys on the roster, they have a lot to prove. I feel like we all have a chip on our shoulder. Even the guys that got traded, or the guys who are rookies that want to prove something. Even for myself, we just all have something to prove. So I'm really excited about it.
You've always mentioned how offenses come naturally to you. It's more of the defensive side that you really take pride in working hard on. Where do you see yourself this year in terms of work you put in this offseason, as well as where do you see the team as a collective on that end?
Well, Coach Gentry has put emphasis on us being a defensive team first, realizing that we're going to be able to run and score. But I see myself just fitting in that mode. And as you said, I've always been able to score, but just really focusing on the things that defense, rebounding. That's really my focus. That was my focus last year. I made strides in those areas, and I'm going to continue to do the same this year.
Being an extremely high draft pick and coming into the league with high expectations, kind of like Zion is coming with now, do you think you'll be able to help him in those tough situations going down in the season where pressure may get a hold of him?
I definitely can give him some advice, but I think he has it under control. The hype that he's got, I didn't get it all, I don't know anybody that has gotten the hype that he has gotten, and he's handled everything with. He's done an amazing job of handling all that. So I'm here if he needs advice, but from what I've seen, I think he has it.
Has that been surprising, watching him as a 19-year-old handle everything that's kind of been thrown at him, from all the trips he's got to take to still trying to improve his game and be what he is for this team?
It is surprising. I think it's easy to forget that he is only 19 because he's such a big dude. But he's a Duke guy, so I'm not surprised.
All right, John, you ready? You good?
I don't know. Are we good?
Last year, it seemed to be, you had one thing on basketball. It looked like it was a time for a very long time. What's year 2 like in this system, being the city and this really
I think the biggest thing for me that I'm just looking forward to is just going back to, like I said, some of the same faces. I haven't had that in a while where I'm returning to the same team. So I'm just looking forward to that and all the familiarity. It's just going to be a good year. Cool. I'm good. Cool. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Kevin.
Appreciate it.
ask me no tough questions, Will. Man.
Keep it to a minute.
All right, gotcha.
What's it been like with just all of it?
Go ahead.
No, you good. What's it kind of been like with all the new faces in the facility, and what's it sort of feel like for you as a veteran?
Anytime you got a lot of new faces, teammates and staff, it's just like a new fresh breath of air. It's like a new beginning almost. 'Cause of course it's going to be different, with new teammates and everything. So, it's just been fun and exciting to get to know everyone.
What are your impressions of Zion, and how's he going to fit into this culture?
Fit into the culture. Zion, first of all, you can tell he's definitely a great kid. Very mature for his age. Hard worker. Been here last couple of weeks. Playing and working out, and it's been a lot of fun. Playing with him.
And you've been around Drew for these past few years, so I guess what are you expecting to see from him now that they're kind of just handing the keys to the franchise to him with AD going?
Drew, continue what he do. Drew a competitor first. As we know, he played on both ends of the court. I think he just go out there and put everything out on the line. And it's just even more comfortable for him now, that knowing that he can go and be himself.
Was there something about Zion that you didn't know just watching on TV that you learned about as you've been around?
One thing I didn't know, when you get someone like that athletic, you just think they just, he's just an athlete, he just can jump, but he's very smart, intelligent guy. He pick up very fast, and we're on the basketball court. So anytime, tell him make any adjustments, just how smart and he is, and his IQ is pretty high.
Is it hard to believe he's 19 years old when you say?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, especially out here big and strong. Definitely hard to believe, but yeah.
What are some areas of your game you've focused on this offseason?
Tweaking. I want to shoot more threes. Some of my staff want me to focus on, being a guy making a lot more threes for the team. I think last year I only shot like 3 threes a game. They wanted me to shoot more, maybe more like 6, at least like 6 threes a game. Because I shoot a high percentage, so I think that'll just help make it easier for everyone else on the court, spread the floor out for guys.
As an underrated shooter, how excited are you to be on so much national TV games?
Oh, it's gonna be exciting, for everyone, to get to see, not just me, but my team, go out there and showcase our skills, every night, being on TNT, having ESPN games, just give a lot of exposure to a lot of us, and I think it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Is there anywhere you're looking forward to taking some of the new players that have never experienced New Orleans? To take them out into the city?
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm definitely looking forward to taking them out. Especially a couple of restaurants. Taking them to Moro's, Neo's. Definitely I'm gonna show them a little bit of the city.
You were in the previous administration, and David Griffin came in. A lot of wholesale changes out and still be around. But what's your overall feeling on what's happening and where this organization's going?
I think the organization is definitely in great hands. As you can see, made a lot of improvements to the practice facility. We did a big emphasis, on recovery. Giving everyone recovery tights and Normatex and stuff like that. So it's definitely going in a positive direction, and definitely be an exciting future.
You're talking about how the Pelicans are going to be featured in a lot of national games. You're also going to be featured in Europe in a lot of primetime international games. Can you talk about that? Kind of exposure the Pelicans will be getting because of that across the world?
I just not learned of that, but no, it's exciting, to to be worldwide, to be globally recognized. As you know, the game of basketball definitely expanded across everywhere. I went to China, even in China, went to China last summer, and just those guys just recognizing faces and teams is it's amazing. So it's definitely huge for the game of basketball and for the NBA.
Each one, you, throughout your time being here, due to injuries and just the way the roster was put together, you had to spend time in a lot of small forward positions, for example. This team will probably have more wing depth than maybe previous how's it gonna feel like for you to be in a spot where you can play more of your natural role and position at the two?
I think for me that's actually been a positive, being able to play multiple positions and still being able to win doing it, Like when I was playing the small forward, we went to the second round of playoffs, so I think it was a major plus. But me, it doesn't matter. I just like playing basketball. If it's playing point guard, shooting guard, small forward, as long as I get on the court, go out there, compete, have fun. I think that's just the main thing. That's it. All right, cool. All right, guys.
What's sort of the last few weeks been like for you getting ready for the season?
The last week's it's just amazing, eye-opening to me. I think just being around like these high-profile guys is just it's been exciting, but it's also like kind of a surreal feeling. Whereas though I'm like, all right, this is actually reality. In terms of a couple months ago, I was watching all these guys on TV, hearing all about their names and stuff, and now I'm competing with them day in and day out, so it's just a great experience.
Is there anything you're looking forward to do around New Orleans to experience New Orleans culture?
I mean, besides, I think I experienced the food a lot. As soon as I got down here, the food was one of the first things that I started trying out. But other than that, I'm kind of a laid-back, low-key guy, so we got a lot of workouts, so I'm really tired after those, so I'm usually in a room just hanging out.
What have been your impressions with Zion?
What was that?
What have been your impressions with Zion so far?
I think just mainly off the court, he's just a great dude, good dude to be around. He's always got a smile on his face, put a smile on other guys, joking around, and then on the court, he's just his physical presence is just crazy. As soon as he gets the ball, if you don't make him pass it and he decides he want to get to the rim, then he's getting to the rim. And I think the thing I noticed about him, he's like one of the strongest guys that I've seen with like soft touch around the rim, which is like different from a lot of versatile, like big guards, I guess.
A lot of people down here were excited to watch that summer league team and everything you guys were able to accomplish. So I guess what was it like being a part of that group and seeing some of those rookies come up the way they did?
It was great. I knew once I was going to play summer league with the Pelicans and they drafted Zion, Nikhil, and Jackson, I knew it was going to be exciting. We was going to have the spotlight, and I'm just happy those guys stepped up big, especially with Nikhil. He provided so much scoring for us, which helped us continue to win. Jackson, he had all those highlight plays, especially that one dunk, which was crazy. And then Zion, just after that first game, watching him play against the Knicks, go against RJ, and just the atmosphere that pretty much he brought into the building was crazy, especially on some of those dunks. I don't know if you can see, but in the background, I'm kind of hyped up, flexing on the bench just for his dunks.
When you were out there, you watched Jackson as well, the stuff that he did. What are you kind of seeing from some of these other rookies that you think can translate?
Out of like Jackson and Nikhil?
Yeah.
Jackson, I think he's going to be so effective in the NBA, especially where it's headed in terms of just fast pace, especially the way Coach Gentry wants us to play. I think Jackson setting screens and rolling to the rim, he's going to be that lob threat, and I think he just opens so much up for other players because you have to pay attention to him once he rolls off that pick and roll. And then Nikhil, he's so versatile. He can shoot the ball, catch and shoot. He can shoot off the dribble, create for himself. He's a willing and great passer, so he can create for others. And I think you don't really get that too much. I think a lot of guys who can score in many different ways, they not too willing to get off the ball, and I think he's one of those unique guys who's willing to pass the ball and get the assist and celebrate his teammates' success.
What do you feel like is your strengths, and what areas you feel like you've been working on a lot?
I think my strengths is just getting downhill, getting to the rim. Pretty athletic, so I think I can finish above the rim at times, do difficult finishes, and I think the main part that I'm working on is just using my craftiness to get to the rim and create for others in terms of not always thinking I have to finish the ball at the rim. Sometimes get in there, draw the defense, and then kick out. And I think that'll be once I master that, I think that'll be the next step in my game.
If you're focusing on wanting to focus on your passing more, that just has to elevate your excitement of playing with Zion and Jackson and this athletic core.
Exactly. I think in college I wasn't playing with too many like bigs like Jackson and Zion. Those guys are pretty unique, and athleticism is crazy. So now, I mean, with Jackson, I don't think I got to work, or Zion, I have to work too hard. Kind of just throw it anywhere within the backboard. They're going to go get it. So it's fun to have those guys who can just throw the ball up and they'll just go and get it and finish it.
Is there anything you're looking forward to learning from the current guards like Drew Holiday or Eastman or the more experienced?
Most definitely. I think just from being here this past month, I think one of the things I kind of slowly been learning with watching Drew play is just his tempo, the change of speed. Like in college, I'm so used to everything just going 100 miles per hour. I think now in the NBA setting, guys are going fast to slow, changing different speed, which seems to be working pretty effective the way he's been playing. So I kind of want to try to get that into my game. Lonzo, his passing, his IQ, and just how he gets everybody involved. All of our older guys, I guess, they have different things that I would love to try to get from their game and put it into mine.
With the open practices that you guys are having right now, I know the hardest adjustment for a lot of players is the speed. Do you feel like just the pure speed of the game is tough for you to adjust to right now?
I don't think it's tough. I think it's like once you do it, like after a day or two, then you're just like, oh, all right, this is different. And then you kind of just catch on. Like the difference in the NBA setting is as soon as the ball goes through the net, Coach Gentry wants us inbounding it and pushing it up the court. And if you don't have the ball, he wants you flying up the wing, get to the corner so we can space out the floor. I think in college sometimes ball goes through the net, you kind of sulk or whatever that the team scored. And most times, most offenses, they walk the ball up the court or just jog it up. And Coach Gentry doesn't really want that. So that's a difference for me. But I like that. That kind of goes towards my advantage in terms of just playing faster, getting downhill. Yep, thank you.
What's this experience been like for you so far the past couple of weeks?
It's been fun. You know, something that I done worked my whole life for, and I'm this close, so it's been fun for me.
Is there anything you're looking forward to doing in the city of Orleans while you're here, just to experience the culture?
Yeah, I went to Bourbon Street. Just walked down Bourbon Street. I went to what's the place called? Oceana. I like that. It was a good food spot. That was probably my favorite one I've been to. But yeah, just outside downtown, French Quarter, walking around, stuff like that.
How much more comfortable are you in this offense since summer league play?
Very comfortable, very more comfortable. You know, just took me a little minute to figure it out because it's so different from college, but I'm way more comfortable now in it.
How much did it help? How much did it help playing in the system?
I didn't hear you.
How much did it help playing in the system in summer league help you to stay with the same summer league team
Yeah.
and coming through camp with them, helping your transition.
Yeah, it helped a lot as far as on the court, but off the court too with the other guys. You know, something like Kendrick and Frank, some of the other guys that was there, some of the guys that played before, they was able to be there, and we built a little relationship. So they always helping out.
What's it been like being around Zion? Seeing him?
Good. He's a kid. You know what I mean? I mean, he got these high expectations, but he's still a kid. So he's just like us.
This team is filled with large guards, and of course with you yourself, but with Drew and Lonzo and down the entire list. What do you feel like you can take away from these other more experienced guards to add to your own game?
Just being a professional, really. I haven't done it yet. They all have done it. So just seeing how they approach every day, how they take treatment just as important as on the court work, and the weight room just as important. Just like I said, being a professional, that's the biggest thing.
The summer league team that you just got done with, it seemed like you guys just had a really good time. It was unlike many that I've seen, because I've been watching the team. For you, being around all these different type of players, rookies, to Frank Jackson, West, Ken Richards, what does that do for you going forward when we're talking about experience, as you try to continue to make an impact?
Yeah, it helps a lot. Like I said before, the good thing is those guys are willing to help. I'm pretty sure it's probably not like that everywhere else, but those guys are willing to help. Anything we got questions, they're helping us before we even ask them. So that's the biggest thing.
What do you think that your biggest strengths are to bring to this team that maybe some of the other guys at your position can't? And what do you think would be your ideal role?
My biggest strength is probably defensively, just being able to guard multiple positions and being an elite defender. I think that's pretty much what my role would be, being a defender and knocking down open shots, open threes, and corner threes. So I feel like I can do that at a high level.
Is there anyone, I should say, that you're looking forward to guarding or picking up that you may have circled on your calendar, like, I hope I get a chance to just defend him a couple of possessions?
Not really. Everybody at this level, everybody can go score 30 any night. So, for me, it's just being able to be out there is huge for me.
What's your favorite part of playing in a style and system that is this fast-paced?
Just being able to get out and go. It's a fast-paced game. I'm good condition. Like, I've always been wanting to just stay in shape. So I think that's a strength for me, to be able to be in this type of system, to go out there and play fast.
I have a question apropos of staying in shape. Is there anything that has distinguished the work the Pelicans organization has done with you in terms of player development, conditioning, drills, that stands out from past experiences in terms of what they're working on with you?
Yeah, well, I'm coming straight from college, so, it's definitely a big difference. I wouldn't even say it's more work, it's just more detail here. Everything is more detailed from the weight room standpoint, the conditioning standpoint, the on-the-court drills, player development. Everything is more detailed on what you do. In college, it's like we all in one big group working out. Here is just more individual work and, skill work.
Last question.
What's it do for your confidence that the Pelicans showed their faith in bringing you on, and bringing you to training camp from some of you?
Yeah, it's huge for me. It's huge for me because, it just shows that they are invested in me. So, like I said, at the end of the day, all I can do is go out there and control what I can control and go play as hard as I can every possession.
What's up, man? What's up, bro?
So I guess obviously you're in a much different position than you were this time last year.
Yeah.
So I guess what was this summer like, kind of preparing for your second season?
It was big. I was able to get a lot of good work in with my coaches here. Able to work on some things that I want to work on, shooting, and just my all-around game.
What was the difference year one to year two?
Year one, I did.
Last summer.
Yeah, right. Last summer, I didn't know if I was gonna make the team or not. Now I'm on the team, so it's a big difference.
Does it seem like a completely different team when you look at all the new faces around?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it feels different. But we're all like a group of selfless guys. You know what I mean? So I think we're all gonna click together.
Why was it important for you this summer to kind of stick around the city and be around John and some of those other guys?
Well, I had the summer league, played summer league, and I'm not too big on just going a lot of places. Like, I like going back home, back to Texas, and working out. But staying out here is just, I got a house out here. My fiance, she pregnant now, so I got a family now, so I want to be out here and get some work in out here.
What kind of work did you put in this summer with Coach Boylan?
I put some good work in with Coach Joe, man. I was just able to work on just situational things that are gonna be there in the game for me. I'm able to work on in-game stuff that I'm able to work on, and just my jump shot really.
Your jump shot as far as spot up or shot creating or maybe catching someone closing out guard or
just catch and shoot really, because I'm gonna be able to space the floor out this year for them guys.
Cameras in summer league, they had you sometimes bring the ball up the floor. You were running the offense in certain sets.
Mm.
That's something that you did. I know from a role perspective, you might not be predicted, but that's
Right.
something that you enjoy maybe doing, like being able to be somewhat of a floor setter, a floor general.
Yeah, for sure. I always like playmaking and handling the ball, especially when I get it off the rebound. I'm able to push and create for my teammates. So that's something I've always been able to do, even back at TCU. So for me to be able to translate that here to now, it's huge for me.
I'm sure it's a no-brainer, but you already mentioned from last year to this year. Last year, you wasn't sure if you were going to be remembered team.
Right.
Here you are. But does that take the pressure off? Do you feel like you can be yourself? You don't have that pressure every day, or?
I guess you can say that in a way. You're more comfortable now than I was last year around this time. But it's not too much pressure, you know what I mean?
Do you have any personal goals for this season?
Man, I want to make the playoffs. That's my personal goal. Yeah.
Is there any aspect of your game that you want to show off more? Of course, fans know you right now. It's Kenny Hustle.
Right.
Rebound in the defense and threes.
Right.
Is there any other aspect of your game that you want to prove to fans that you have more in your bag, or do you just want to expound more on what people already know you as?
I think it's being able to play to my strengths, do what I do well, is rebound, defend, bring that energy, but, just take it up a notch, you know what I mean? Now it's time to, it's year 2. I already know what to expect, you know what I mean? I know where I'm going to be in the offense. I know where I'm supposed to be in defense. So it's just about putting it all together and just, having a great year and winning a lot of games.
And what was it like being a part of that summer league team and seeing some of the young guys and how they were kind of able to hit the scene so fast?
It was big. You got a lot of talented young guys, not only the guys that we drafted, but the guys that came in for training camp. It's big, man. Just from top to bottom, it's huge.
Is there something about Zion that you didn't know about before you got here and then you realized?
Not really, man. I mean, his whole career is broadcast, so I kind of know almost everything about him. But no, he's a real. When I say this about Zion, he's a real humble dude. You know what I mean? Real low maintenance guy. He doesn't do too much. He's very humble.
Since your personal goal is to make the playoffs, is that a realistic goal for the team? And what does the team have to do? It's obviously win games, but what do you have to do on the floor to mesh and maybe get to the playoffs and do some damage?
I think it's definitely possible for us. Definitely with the team we have, with the depth we have this year. I think if we just come together and play together defensively, get out in transition like Coach wants us to, I think, the sky's the limit for us.
Ken, Mitch, if you had to isolate one skill that you worked on over the summer that you tried to develop in your game, what would that be?
Probably be consistently shooting the ball, just consistently from three, being able to space out the floor for guys like Drew, Zion, and stuff like that.
Did you practice at all the perimeter?
The whole
Corner? Was that
corner three for sure, but the whole three.
What type of advice do you give the rookies because this team is more depth and you can say more deeper than last year was, right? So you went to working from a spot in which you were playing a little bit off the bench, and then you ended up starting.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you had like a February, like over 8.7 rebounds. But for like a rookie, say like Jackson Hayes,
Right.
If his time is called in February, he has to step up a simple minutes. What type of advice would you give him from, whether it's coming out of his youth, just coming off the bench and not playing at all, being in a big role?
Man, that's a good question. I always stay ready for my opportunity. My advice for him just to stay ready. You know what I mean? Stay ready keep working. Last year when I wasn't playing, I was able to get in before the games and stuff. Was able to get some real in-game kind of situations that I'm able to work on that translates to the game. So I just say, just keep working and hold your head high, really. It's good.
Just kind of learning from the other players and the vets, and kind of just being able to, kind of embrace everything and just take it day by day.
I guess how crazy has it been? You were kind of a late addition to the summer league team, and then now you're sitting here on media day. So I guess how wild is that ride?
It's wild, I mean, obviously when undrafted, didn't have a team to play for until late. So it's just a blessing being here, and I'm grateful for it, and just looking forward to the ride, man, moving forward.
Is he wearing the Wade band? I know this weekend was the anniversary
Mm-hmm.
of that. How have you kind of dealt with and kind of kept his memory alive?
His family and friends and the community done a great job of doing things for him throughout the community, and obviously this weekend was a memorial of him. So every day I play, I kind of try to, play with him in my mind, and I always wear my wristband just to represent him. And he was a big part of our team and a big character on our team. So it was tough losing him last year. So it's definitely tough losing the brother, but he's always in my mind and in my heart.
Did you get a chance to go to the memorial?
Yeah, I went to the memorial. Yeah, I went. Yeah. So, and that's the unique thing, being only an hour away from where my school was. It's a blessing being in this kind of situation and being able to go back to LSU and see some of my teammates and my old friends. So that's pretty cool.
That was going to be my question.
Mm-hmm.
Just being an hour away from where you played college ball, did it surprise you that the opportunity presented itself?
Yeah, definitely. I didn't think I'd be back in Louisiana or New Orleans for that matter. So it's just like I said, it's a blessing. And I'm just grateful to be here, and hopefully I can stay here. So.
What were kind of your biggest takeaways from that summer league experience and playing time you did?
Just that always gotta stay ready. You never know when your number's gonna be called, and that. It was a confidence booster, definitely. I felt like at first I knew I was good enough to play, but I didn't know how good enough I was gonna be. And now I feel that I can play in this league, and that I can be a contributor in this league. So that was definitely a confidence booster.
How was that experience? I'm a Tiger fan, go Tigers. How was that experience with Will Wade in the game over there? You say you get to go back a lot. And 1 year, it looked like it could have been awesome. A couple things fell through, but the experience going there and then coming in the summer.
It was a great experience, you know. Those guys, you know, put me in a position to be successful over there. Had great teammates, you know, great people around me, supporting me and helping me throughout the process. So, you know, it just was, you know, just like a credit to them, helping me. And from LSU, you know, the role I had on the team, it helped me go moving forward to another team because the role I had was, you know, an energy guy, defensive guy. And a lot of guys in the NBA look for a big man that could do those kind of things. So it kind of set me up for the success that I had in Summer League and then also moving forward.
You, have you been able to, throughout this process, keep up with Tremont and just, you know, how everybody else is? So there's a few guys.
Yeah, I talk to Tremont sometimes here and there. Obviously, he's in Boston now with the Celtics, and we talk here and there. And then Nas, me and him talk pretty much every day. So it's pretty cool having some, you know, your teammates also on the same journey as you and going through the same thing. So, you know, it's just a blessing. I'm grateful, you know, for everything that's happened so far.
How would the transition, you know, coming straight out of NCAA tournament run, and then you go from there to Summer League, now you're here, you know, how the past few months been total?
It's been good, you know, just being able to, you know, experience those things is a blessing. You know, not a lot of guys have the opportunity to even play in the NCAA tournament, and then the Summer League, and now, you know, being at NBA Media Day, so it's a blessing, and you know, it's just a privilege being here. You know, a lot of guys, you know, wish they were in my position or doing the things that I'm doing. So, you know, I'm just grateful. And I thank God every day that, you know, He's put me in this position and that I'll be successful in it.
How does you haven't gotten a chance to play the game yet? What do you think is going to be the biggest hurdle for you going against this higher level of competition?
Just obviously, like you said, the high level of competition. Everyone's, you know, a pro. Everyone's a professional. Also, the speed of the game, you know, from college to the NBA speed is greater. So there's things that are going to adjust to. And also the schemes, you know, in college, the paint's smaller, the spacing is different. So there's a lot of things that on the floor you got to adjust, and it's going to be a transition. But I'm looking forward to it, and hopefully, you know, I can transition as soon as possible and be able to, you know, deal with some things like that. So that's pretty much it. I appreciate y'all, man. Thank you very much.
It's crazy. Already back at it, huh?
Yeah. How was your summer working out with Mike G?
It was phenomenal. Mike is great, and I think the best part about it was being around Drew and Jalil for pretty much the whole summer. Those are my two guys and two guys who I look up to and who work tremendously hard. So my summer was great. It was a lot of fun and happy to be back.
Do you think that experience helps a lot with team chemistry or
For sure.
anything like that?
100%. I think as much as you can do with that, it's going to help. You know, we were able to get close. We were able to just be around one another on a daily basis, and that's what we do the whole year. So it's been fun to be back in the city for the last month to kind of evaluate and get to know my new teammates. It's been really fun.
How big of a confidence boost was it to perform the way you did in that first Summer League game, dropping 30 and 3/4? Obviously, 2 years ago, Summer League
For sure.
ended as well for you. So how big was that for you?
It was huge, but at the same time, I think, you know, that's what I've been doing my whole life. That's what I'm used to. I thought I had a good summer with workout-wise under my belt, and just going to continue to progress and learn from my mistakes last year. But the Summer League was huge, you know, kind of to start my summer off the right way.
Overall, how was the summer different for you guys? Coming off of playing a year,
Yeah.
you can, you know, find things to work on your game and do something.
Exactly. I think more of last summer was, all right, well, what do I have to look forward to, or what's going to come at me next? So this summer it's been great because I've had a full season under my belt where I've been able to evaluate, where I've been able to critique my performance and learn from other guys. But I think that 1 year has really helped because the whole summer you're kind of preparing and mentally seeing plays happen in your mind, or maybe it's with, you know, something you need to do with lifting, or correct your body in a certain way. So to have that year under your belt is huge.
What's been your first impressions of Zion on the court? I know you probably know him from Duke and
Yeah.
things like that, but what's on the court? What's kind of
He's just such a pure, genuine person. That's the first thing I would say. Like, regardless of his skills on the court, I think him as a human being and him in a locker room is great for any team. He's fun to be around. He's cool. He's a normal kid. So it's been a pleasure to being able to hang out with him for the last little bit. And like I said, I'm just excited for this year and for what it has to unfold.
You're a pretty avid golfer. I guess how crazy was it to see him break the club?
Hey, I play golf a lot, and I've only seen that happen once, and I broke a club. But for me to see that, he's just Zion, man. Every time he's out doing somewhere, he does something miraculous. So it was cool.
Is there anywhere you're looking forward to taking some of your new teammates to experience the city of New Orleans?
Like my personal favorite restaurants?
Yeah, that you would like to take some of your.
Right off the top of my head, top 3 restaurants, I'd probably go Merrill, which is downtown. I'd probably go Pesh, and probably Saffron, or like Shia, somewhere on Magazine. Just somewhere. I love it here. It's awesome. The food here is great. It's just like, I'm a big food guy, and there's just so many like mom and pop just restaurants to go eat at. I think it's the coolest thing. So I live right down in the Garden District, uptown area. So I have like 6 different spots I go to. I know everyone by name. It's great. It's awesome.
How did you approach this offseason differently under Aaron Nelson than, say, the past regime?
Under Nelly, I think just the same. I think, but with him and as he moved in with him and his guys, I've realized how much I'm going to be able to use them though during the season. I think I've been around them, but not enough yet to, really utilize them. But he's been really professional, and the staff he's brought in, they really know their stuff. So I'm excited to work with them.
Right, how much do you enjoy just having all the Duke guys on the
It's awesome, man. It's great. Finally, get these Kentucky guys out of here. You know what I'm talking about? But it's crazy because it's like from the time I got here to now, it's just completely flip-flopped from head to toe. And it's been great to see guys, you're familiar with, who have been through the same experiences as you. And, the Brotherhood is real. It lasts. And, we all look out for each other. So it's cool.
What are you expecting from the guard competition on this roster?
Yeah.
It seems like you guys are 5-6 deep at that position.
For sure. I think that's just the beauty of the game. There's going to be a lot of competition. I know every single one on this team wants to win basketball games, so we're going to do all it takes. And, it's nothing like some good, wholesome competition.
What areas of your game do you feel like you worked on specifically this offseason? And do you have target areas that you want to continue working on?
For sure. I think ball handling wise, I wanted to get my handle a little tighter. Obviously, always working on being consistent, and that's not only on the court but off the court as well. With the sleep you're getting, my recovery, all those things are important to me. And I think defensively, we have to have a really strong defensive mentality. And for myself, that's honestly might be my biggest thing, is to get in there and to be a menace on defense and be flying around.
Frank, you've all seen those videos of you guys in California.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Talk about how competitive, those, when you guys mentioned the workouts, talk about how competitive that time is, and, what it does for, you guys in total.
Yeah. I think what you said is so competitive. So I love being out there in the summertime because sometimes we'll wake up and I'll go to work out and I realize that I'm in the room with Drew Holiday, one of the best guards in the league, Anthony Davis, one of the best players in the world, and obviously Jalil, and you see all these guys who have been so successful. So for me, it kind of is like building that foundation or building upon the same path that they took. So I want to be, where they are, 8-10 years down their career. So it's nice to surround yourself with people you want to be like. So that's what I do.
Sorry, what are your impressions of Lonzo and of Brandon Ingram, and what do they bring from the other side
They're phenomenal. They're great guys. I've known them for a little while, especially Zoe. We've been in the same class, so I've known him since I was, 12, 13, just through different events and whatnot. And then I learned, I met Bi at Duke. Super chill guy. I think they're like the two of the most mellow guys I've ever met, which is awesome because you need that. You need a balance like that on your team. But they're too good. They get their work done too. They work hard. They come in, ready to play. Those guys are hoopers. They know how to play basketball.
Every summer we see the videos from the Holiday Ranch. But can you give us
Holiday Ranch, I love it.
on what it's like? Does Drew just lock his doors and say we're just working out for 3 weeks? Or
No, man, it's like the total opposite. It's crazy because Drew's so family oriented and just like so laid back. So, we're definitely all about getting our work done. But after that, man, it's a lot of fun. We take care of our bodies. We're out right outside of LA, so the weather's always perfect, beautiful. But we definitely get our work done. But we like to have fun too. We're normal people and we get along. It just depends kind of how our days are going. I had the opportunity to stay with Drew like in his house, so really close with his family. So we'd go to the beach, we'd go to the farm, we'd go out to eat, things like that. So it was a great time. Summertime is a great time. The Holiday Ranch, it's not bad. We good? That's it? Sweet. Thanks, fellas. Appreciate you.
So I guess your first NBA media day. So I guess what went into the decision for you to come overseas and play in the NBA?
This time it was pretty easy. I refused one time to come to the NBA 2 years ago. This time was very easy. I talked with the managers, with the coaches, and I had super good feelings. And I believe it was the right moment in my career to come over here. It was the right spot to be, the right opportunity, and so here I am.
What are your expectations?
That's it.
What made it the right spot? The chance to start, the chance to get to the playoffs, or just the NBA experience?
No, it wasn't just the NBA experience because I already refused once. It was, the right environment. They made the right offer also. They were, how they describe me. It was how I believe I am as a player. And there were a lot of things. And but the thing is, when I talked to them on the phone, and I was, I had the right feelings. I thought it was the right decision to take at that moment.
What are your expectations for your game, and you have to change your game a little bit to match the NBA?
Let's say, as a basketball player, the first thing I need to do is to adapt, to understand. And for sure, two things there are a huge difference with Europe is the spacing and the speed. So let's say that as a player, I like to link the team. I like to, be like a sort of second point guard on the court. That was in Europe. Let's see how it's going to be in the NBA. But to do that, I need to understand how everybody else on the court moves. So that's the thing I need to study a lot. I need to be ready on the first, for the first jump ball.
There's going to be, I think the Pelicans are going to be playing in primetime Europe a minimum of 4 times. So your fans in Italy are going to get to see you. Can you talk about that and how important it is for you?
This isn't a lot of friends, when they heard about this news, coming over NBA, they were like, can you believe it? Is amazing. We are playing on Christmas Day, and I have friends they just meet every Christmas. I was never be able to go with them, but I know they meet every Christmas, the same spot, doing the same things, watching as much as possible NBA. And this year they're gonna watch, hopefully, me playing. So hopefully, you never know. But so it's something that is like a dream becoming true. And knowing that family and friends are like a big part of it, this makes everything even more special.
Unfortunately, Darius isn't here because of the injury, but did you have talks with him during the summer? Did he ease your mind about making this decision?
No, I haven't. For one simple reason, because I wanted to be this my decision. I didn't want to have any other influences, or I didn't want to be after. Maybe you never know. If it doesn't work, I didn't want to. I talked to him, I listened to him, and it's not Darius. It was always like this when I had to make a decision in my career. I always wanted to take with my head, with my thoughts, and being fully responsible, of my decision. And of course, after I took the decision, I called immediately Darius. I text him. Oh, well, he texted me right away. And then he was super excited. I was very excited, knowing also that, a former teammate like him, he's a great guy. To have somebody like him on the team, he would have been a great help for me. Unfortunately, he's injured. It was my first day here, and he got injured right away. I couldn't believe it. It was like, it's a joke. But, he's always with us in the gym, in the facility, so he's gonna help me out through the season and to understand better how everything here works.
What's your adjustment been like coming to New Orleans, and what are some things that you've been able to experience perhaps you didn't know about the city?
I didn't know anything about the city. One thing I like it very much here is the sense of community they have here, probably because of the history. But you can feel it, you can feel it is, we have this motto here, we won't bow down. And you can feel this in the city, I like to walk around, I live in the CBD, so I don't need to take the car. And you can feel it really on the street, you can feel it like how people lives here. They have this spirit, I don't know how to explain it, but this strength. And I like it very much.
What is your favorite sushi spot?
Huh?
What's your favorite sushi spot?
What's your favorite sushi spot?
The same spot.
It's not my favorite. Nah, I'm married.
All right, I know the first question was answered. I didn't want to ask this now. What did they talk to you about your role? 4 or 5? Have they?
4 mostly, but whatever it takes. Whatever it takes to play, to help the team, to win, whatever it takes, I will do it.
What's the strength that you bring? That whatever it takes. What is your whatever it takes? Your strength.
I don't know. I will learn it in the preseason. Like I know which are my strengths in Europe, but I don't know if these strengths are gonna be the same in the NBA. So I need to learn if I can bring those here, or I need to really change and adapt completely.
I know underwent a procedure during the summer. You tweeted out that you were back on the court, so you've been fully cleared to participate.
Yeah, today they gave me the 100%. I did everything possible this summer. I got married. I didn't go on a honeymoon, just to be ready for tomorrow. And so yeah, I'm ready. I cannot wait.
How'd that go over with her?
Let's not talk about it. Like, it's something I'm gonna deal next summer, for sure.
You mentioned speed and spacing. Any other glaring differences from Europe to here that jumps out at you besides the spacing and the speed of the game?
These are the big things. For sure, also the three-point line being a little bit farther is tough. I understood that immediately when I came over here. It was like after 3 shots, I was tired. And no, I'm exaggerating now, here you have the best players in the world. Like that's the biggest difference. Everybody wants to play in the NBA, and who's playing here, they are the superstar. They are, you know, that's going to be the other thing to understand.
How much did you watch Zion before you got over here? What did you know about him? What did you learn about him?
I know he can jump. I know that. No, I honestly, I'm not a big college basketball follower. And but of course, everybody was talking about him. Everybody is talking about him, and everybody will talk about him. And I watch a lot of tapes. I watch also a couple games, and he's impressive. But I don't have to tell you that, you know, already. You know, all the pressure he has on his shoulder. You know, his special is something different. But he haven't played one game yet, so give him time. And he's 19 years old, so I hope he has the best career possible. I really wish with all my heart, but he needs time. He needs to work. He needs to enjoy also this journey, because you know he doesn't need to get lost in all this, you know, media pressure and stuff. He needs also to enjoy the game, and I hope he can do that.
How tough do you think that might be?
I don't know. I don't know. I hope not tough. I hope he can handle well. I hope he has people around him handling this kind of thing for him to, you know, to let him, because he's there because he played good basketball. So the priority is basketball. And I hope, you know, he does everything properly, and I'm sure he's going to do that. And but it can be a big thing. But, you know, he has everything, all the qualities, like, and to do it, for sure.
You had a minor procedure done. You had a minor procedure done earlier this summer. Are you clear to play? Are you healthy? And what kind of steps have you taken to prepare for this 82-game season?
Last year I played 84 games, so that's not a problem. That's, you know, it's gonna be different because we have 82 games, hopefully more, but everything a little bit like in a short time. But for what I did during the summer, I did everything doctors and physiotherapists told me to do. And I had the same procedure 5 years ago, more or less. It was a little bit bigger, so I knew already which kind of stuff I had to do. I'm ready. I'm, you know, now we're going to have the preseason games. I'm going to enjoy time with Jackson Hayes here. And, you know, and that's going to be, we're not going to the sushi spot for sure. And I think now we have time to get ready for the season, and we're gonna be good to roll.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Oh, it's just great sushi. It's a great sushi spot.
So I guess, what have the past few months been like post-summer league, and I guess kind of getting prepared for the season?
Past few months have been a lot more relaxed than what they were before the draft. Just being down here, moving into my place, getting settled with the guys on the team, just trying to start building that chemistry now, so it'll help a lot during the season.
Jackson, how did you sign Mikhail? Y'all teams really bonded. Like, how did that kind of come about?
I mean, we were all at rookie orientation together, and we were just like, the best way for us to click on the court is for us to click off the court. So, I mean, we all just hung out every day, went to places together, just, yeah.
What are some aspects of your game you worked on since Summer League, and what did Summer League kind of showcase to you about your improvement?
I've been working on my shot more, so I can hopefully expand my range. And then just working on all the little things, rebounding. In practice, I've been going for a lot more rebounds than I did in Summer League. And then, I mean, there's so much more to my game that I need to improve on. It's just hard just to say a few things. I mean, really.
Have you been able to lean on some of the older players, like Derek or Ja, for any advice or any tips? In your play style, but also like off the court?
Yeah, 100%. Those guys have been a huge help. Nico also has been a huge help. Whenever we're playing, Nico always pull me aside, tell me what I did wrong, tell me what I can do to improve it. Same with Ja and D-Faves. So, I mean, it's just really nice having vets like that around to help you grow, or to help me grow.
How important is it for you, for all of the rookies like yourself, Noah and Zion, to have such good chemistry together?
I mean, it's very important. I mean, not just for me. I mean, for any team, for that team to be successful, y'all have to be connected. And I feel like that's just part of the game. That's what has to go on. Like, you have to be able to connect so y'all can connect on the court. And, I mean, like, me and him connect really well. That's why we do well together.
When you're out and about, do people still talk about that summer league dunk? They bring it up still?
I mean, some people do. I mean, it was wild goes in the past, so just focus on the season now.
What's one of the things you noticed about Nikhil and Zion on the court that maybe you didn't know before about them? I mean, you'll have a chance to kind of play a little bit now.
One thing about Nikhil I learned is he's a great passer. I thought he was just a bucket before, but he also has great court vision. And then with Z, it's just, I mean, it's design. So, I mean, the stuff he does is unbelievable. Practice, he'll just do some things that he'll just sit there and be like, wow, like, I can't believe he actually just did that. So.
One moment in particular you remember that?
Do you remember, Keel, you remember the one for Summer League when you almost dunked on somebody? Yeah, it was one in Summer League, and it was in practice. He, like, cocked it all the way back here and, like, hit somebody and, like, just laid it up. And it was, after that, I was like, yeah, he's a real deal.
What areas of New Orleans have you been able to experience? Like, we've seen you guys go out to all football games, colleges and whatnot. What's that experience been like, and has there been any like particular favorite spots outside of the sushi spot?
I've just been around, like, trying to go around as much of New Orleans as I can just to get used to my surroundings. I've been up French Quarters, been up to Uptown, Metairie, Kenner, just going all around trying to get used to my surroundings.
Is there anything about the city that you didn't know about before that's kind of taken you by surprise and you're pleasantly surprised by?
Not really. I mean, I kind of knew what New Orleans was like. I mean, a bunch of my friends live down here. Not a bunch, but a few of my friends live down here. I know people from here, so they've kind of already told me what it's like. So, I mean, it's pretty much all I expected. It's a great city.
The college tour you guys went on, was that something that y'all knew y'all wanted to do, or did it just kind of happen that way? Y'all going to LSU, Tulane, you going to all these different spots?
I mean, we're all just football fans, so we just want to go see some good football games, really. So, somebody mentioned going to Tulane's home opener, so we went to that. And then someone mentioned going up to LSU, so we went up there. And then that was really it. It wasn't really planned. It was just kind of more like, yo, y'all want to go catch this game real quick.
Being a football fan, what's it like sharing a campus with the Saints?
Oh, it's great. We were actually talking about this earlier. It's like we share the same cafeteria, and one of the Saints players played at Texas, and so I'd always see him in the cafeteria. My first day down here, I saw him. I was like, dang, and nothing's really changed. So, I mean, it's really nice. Yeah, LJ. Yep. I mean, me and LJ wasn't super close, but I mean, like, we always knew who each other was. We always said what's up. I mean, obviously now that me and him are both down here, we've gotten a lot closer. But yeah.
You thought about how helpful it's going to be having two big men that are two teammates and you go forward and their favors that were both also first round picks. You know, that are veterans in the league kind of show you the way that you belong in.
I mean, I feel like that's really important, just having guys like that. I mean, behind every great player is a great vet. And, I mean, they've taught me already so much, all those guys, both of them, Nico, all the other guys too, like Drew, everyone really is just, all the vets are so helpful with everything. I mean, if you make a mistake, someone's going to tell you what you did wrong and tell you how to fix it right away, which is nice.
With all the hype and excitement, how much have you seen maybe your personal brand expand beyond what you would have expected up to this point?
I mean, I've definitely seen like my personal brand expand a lot more. Followers going up, more people reaching out, more people noticing me, which is really nice. I mean, I'm here to play basketball, so that's not really my main focus.
That's what Louisiana and Texas, so it's two questions. How do you, as an alumni of the Longhorns, look forward to the new basketball arena going up? And also, are you looking for the rematch in football between LSU and Texas?
I'm excited to see what the new arena at Texas looks like. I think they're supposed to be done with it in 2022. And then I can't wait for the game next year. I'm going to be there. Y'all going to see me right there on the field and then sitting up in the stands. So I'm going to be right there.
You still keep up with DD and what he's been doing down in Australia?
Yeah, he had a good opening night. Didn't he have like 21 or something like that? Like 29? So, yeah, he's been playing really well.
What are you doing to prepare for the proverbial rookie wall, 30, 40 games in around Christmas, so that you don't have that setback that most rookies do get?
I've actually been working on that just by something. Actually, Nico told me, he's like, if you were like this is the example you use. If you were drinking wine every night, your tolerance would go up. So why not do that every day instead of just drinking one big huge thing of wine? So I mean, I'm just working hard every day so my conditioning goes up. So hopefully I don't hit that wall. I mean, I know everyone hits that wall, but I'm hoping that wall is just quick.
Griff talked earlier in the summer about that maybe they didn't want to add too much muscle on you because they thought maybe you're still growing at this point. So I guess what have been some of the focus you had with Aaron Nelson and some of those guys as far as getting your body right?
Really just getting all the little things right. Like one thing they noticed, like my knees kind of go in when I jump. So they've just been working on my like hip mobility, stuff like that, balance, all those stuff, all the little things that help you become a better athlete.
What have been some of your favorite things to experience in the city so far?
Everything about the food. I'm a big food guy. Everywhere I've been, no matter how long, I've tried to get to as many restaurants as possible. I'm not afraid to try different things. I'm a huge fan of calamari, so wherever there's calamari, you're going to see me in that restaurant. I promise you I've had almost all the calamari in the city. But that's just my thing. I think coming to like one of the meccas for food and me having a strong passion for it, I think that's one of the things I've enjoyed.
Which restaurants have you found so far?
So I've been to Dominica, I've been to Avo, I've been to Gianna, Rock and Sake with Jax. They're up there for calamari. I had to go back on my own. Right now it's all a blur, but I think I've been to Dominica. Another place that had really good lasagna. Been to Juan's Flying Burrito. It was really good, just like a nice little quick spot. Right now I can't even think of all of them.
Do you have to work out doubly hard because you're going to visit all these food places?
No, because they kind of want that weight, so I'm good. Sometimes I'll send like a picture. I know I went to walk-ons one time or a few times and send pictures to like Jason just so make sure I'm getting the right stuff with good food. You always want to enjoy it, but fortunately, I'm in a stage where I can eat and anything, I'll be okay with it.
When Griff was up here, he talked about for a lot of the rookies, they just come in and want to figure out where they fit in. But he said with you came in saying, hey, I want to grab those minutes, I want the opportunity to play immediately. So I guess where does that mentality kind of come from with you?
It's just never really being satisfied, The average NBA player is, 4 years? And I knew for a fact that it took me more than 4 years to get here. And so I want to get here, stay here as long as possible. My thing is to be the best I can be, and every day try to grow and improve. Guys put me in a great position to play with Lonzo, Drew, JJ, great guards, and learn from them. And so trying to take as much as I can from them and eventually be a better player.
Are you looking forward to sharing a practice facility with the Saints and having interactions with the Saints football players?
It's pretty cool. Now I'm from Canada, so we never had something like that. It wasn't like in high school where the football team was was like cool with the basketball team. And, in college, like you're traveling so much, and you have so many classes and responsibilities, so it's hard for like basketball and football to get along. But I think for this being like my true, real football experience in the city, I think it's gonna be really cool. Some of the guys so far have been really down to earth, and I think all that they do, and to kind of see how they carry themselves as professional athletes, and take some of that and use it into my routine.
And just being around Zion a lot, how does he handle all the attention like this?
I mean, I think what people forget when you take a step back is he's a normal kid, like he's human. It may seem very hard to believe with everything he does, but trust me, he's still human. And I think that's cool because he's able to just be normal. And I think with that and his personal skills and how he's so laid back, it just goes to show the type of person he is. Not arrogant at all, but I mean, he's a great friend, great teammate. He's gonna give you confidence and even talk to you like you're the #1 draft pick. But I think it's rare for a guy of his age, his hype, to be the way he is.
Did it surprise you that he was like that?
Not at all. Not at all. I had the chance to play in the Elite 24 on his team, and this is right before he blew up. Like literally after that game, that's when the Zion era began. And so like kind of seeing where it started firsthand is pretty cool. And I don't know if he remembers it, but it was like right before the game, we were just chilling, eating, and I was like next to him. And we were just chilling, talking. And Trey Duval, I think, was in front of us. So like just kind of hearing him talk then and saying, wow, like that's literally the same kid. And just kind of, it's good to know that he stayed true to himself.
How important was it for you guys to develop that relationship off the court and with Jackson, the three of you guys, and how can that help you guys think on the court?
I think it's like shown, basketball's a team sport, and you kind of want to do things for the other guy. You got to want to play for the other guy. You got to want to sacrifice your body for your teammates. Like coaches will say it after the time, but it's hard to do that when you don't like somebody. It's just human nature. But I mean, here, everyone gets along, so you kind of want to do something for the other person, and it's easier to play as a team. It's easier to keep the outside things over there and focusing on basketball because there is no problems. There is no drama. There's nothing to get over. Guys are here to get better, and they have a common goal and a purpose, and we're all trying to achieve that and keeping each other accountable.
Have you seen it kind of play out in some of the pickup games so far?
A little bit, and I think like in the pickup games, just trying to get a flow and a feel for everyone. But like Jackson said, like the vets are very, very helpful, and you just kind of learn so much in every day. And I think it's like we literally have everything laid out for us in terms of ways to get better. And I think for me, that's really key.
Knowing Zion the way you do now, what do you think has allowed him to not fill himself up with the hype that a lot of guys would?
For one, his circle, his family, they do a great job. He's really family oriented. And that just goes credit to his mom and his stepdad. And but at the same time, his circle's small. He's a wise guy. And you can tell he's very observant of things. And he brings light to my eyes sometimes. Like I didn't even think about that. And it's kind of, well, maybe because I'm not in his position, but at the same time, to know that he's self-aware, conscious of what's going on, and it's a rare maturity in a 19-year-old.
You talked about the opportunity to learn from guys like Drew, JJ, and Lonzo, those guys, I guess. Now that you had the opportunity to see them up close, I guess, where have you been able to grab them and see that you didn't see from afar?
It's just Lonzo's so efficient, and with his movements and fast pace and the way the Pelicans want to play. It's like he fits like a glove fit for him. Just his reads, his patience, Drew. He just makes it look so easy, and part of it is because he doesn't do too much. Even Etwan, like when he comes off pin downs and different things, is kind of, he was talking to me, it was just kind of how he gets defenders on their heels, gets them to bite. Just takes what they give him, and it's like, it's stuff you need to know as a rookie coming in, because you never want to do too much, but at the same time you want to learn how to be effective. And it's really been helping me a lot.
You, Jackson, and Zion all started this trend on Instagram, like checking in. Who do you think has the best shooting game, the best style out of the trio?
I think they would all agree that I would say me. Like respectfully, but that's just my thing. It's just kind of how I've been raised. My parents and how you carry yourself in my family is a big thing, but we never let that get ahead of us. All the drip and stuff is fun and it's cool, but that's still not my main focus. But I think with the confidence and stuff, I think Zion would definitely say it's me, just because I just have an eye for it.
Was there one big reason you pulled out of the FIBA championships, and what's it going to be like playing Zion in the Olympics in a couple of years?
I would say just because the timing. It's my rookie year. It's a lot going on, the transition, and to now just be getting back and doing stuff with the team and just jumping into things, I think would have been hard. And especially for me, I'm still getting my apartment set up, and that's taking more than a month. So if I had gone, I probably would have been homeless right now. But just
something to look forward to in the future, though, playing with the Canadian national team?
definitely. Canada is a big part of who I am, and I'm proud to be a Canadian, and I love everything about Canada. To this day, I would tell people Canada's where it's at, and when it's all done, I'm going right back to Toronto, just because that's forever going to be my home, and I just enjoy it. And to represent my country again, like I did that junior men's national team, and it was a great experience, and I'd love to go through it again.
You mentioned the transition, and you talk about hype around Zion a lot, but with you going into your own hype a little bit, how much of that process has been different than what you would expect?
It's been different for me. Growing up, never really had that much hype around my name. Coming out of Canada, I'm fortunate to be #1 prospect, top 25 in ESPN, but I didn't get the pressure that all the other guys got, which was like a rare case. I still felt like I had to prove myself. And going to Virginia Tech, I felt like just like every one of those returning guys, with a chip on their shoulder, trying to prove to the world why I belong. And to go from like Jackson I mentioned, with followers and stuff, right before I got to New York, I was at, I want to say 9,000. And it just blew up completely, almost 60,000 2 months. And so it's something I'm not used to, but at the same time, seeing how Jackson and Zion deal with it has been a huge help. Appreciate you.
Y'all bringing the two-way guys?
What's these last couple of months been for you, from summer league to now, to kind of going through this whole process?
Dream come true, to say the least. This is what you play for. This is what you sacrifice everything for. So, I mean, it's just an unbelievable opportunity, to be honest.
How much did it help going through summer league with the Pelicans and kind of staying with them through this whole process to get yourself ready for your first professional season?
I mean, that's ideal for sure. Being able to get to know guys, not just being in and out, you know what I mean, or switching teams, and building a relationship with the GM and the trainers. I mean, it's so many benefits that comes with it.
Everybody talks about what Josh Hart has done to kind of embrace the city, but you've done that as well, going out to all sorts of places. So what have you kind of learned about the city of New Orleans since you've been here?
I mean, before I got here, obviously, I knew the city has been through a lot. I knew the impact that, some stuff has had on the city. But now being out here, I've learned what Southern hospitality is. Learned what it's like to really genuinely care about somebody that you don't even have a personal relationship with. And just the way the city just embraces people. It could be something as simple as walking in a gas station and somebody asks you, like, how are you doing? And they genuinely, like, want to know how you're doing, you know what I mean? So I'm embracing every aspect of it. Love it. I'm blessed to be here. And New Orleans definitely has a special spot in my heart, for sure.
With that being said, a lot of your time could be spent in
Yeah, yeah.
What do you expect out of this season with the two-way situation?
I don't expect anything. I'm controlling what I can control, trying to get better every day. Whichever team I'm with, hopefully they're going to be better with me than without me. So that's pretty much been my mentality going through this whole process, not getting too caught up in looking left and right, just trying to stay focused on looking forward.
Are you looking forward to sharing the practice facilities with the Saints and having interactions with the New Orleans football team?
100%. I mean, I was in the cafeteria eating, and Drew Brees walked in, and it was just like a regular shit. You know what I mean? It was just like, that's Drew Brees, bro. But, I mean, having an NFL team that close to you, hopefully I'll be able to establish a relationship with some of those guys going forward and just add to the experience, to be honest. Because, I mean, even though it's two different sports, we're all here trying to do the same thing. Win a champion for the city and get better at our respective sports.
I guess how wild was that summer league experience, being with all those young guys and all the hype that was surrounding you?
I'd say my first game was probably the craziest thing I've experienced basketball-wise. Walking in and seeing LeBron James, Floyd Mayweather sitting courtside. I mean, it was just like my head was spinning to a certain extent. But once I got over that, man, and we started playing, it felt good. And then obviously to have an earthquake happen was like something I'm gonna tell my kids about, you know what I mean? But the whole summer league experience was unbelievable for me.
How has the adjustment to the speed of the game been for you?
It's been a lot different. To go back to my first summer league game again, get in, I got the jitters. I'm kind of nervous, don't really know what to expect, and I'm playing super hard for the first 3 possessions, and I just like flatlined. Like I was just so tired because it's like it's so much space, and it's just, I don't know, it's a lot different. But I think going forward, learning from these guys and just being able to experience it more, I'm getting better with it. And the speed was different, but the physicality was also a lot different. They kind of let us play a lot more. You got to play through some fouls, and you got to learn to adjust, for sure.
Is that something you'll face in the preseason? Jitters before the game for a big professional game right here?
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure I have jitters tomorrow at start of training camp. I mean, I'm a guy who kind of wears his emotions on his sleeve, so I'm really passionate about what I do. I've dreamed of being in this situation for X amount of years. So, I mean, even tomorrow, once I, get ready for practice and look around and see guys like J.J. Redick, Drew Holiday, Derek Favors that I mean, I grew up watching these guys, so now I'm in the same locker room, and I don't know, man. I'm gonna just embrace it.
Outside of Zion, I don't think I've seen anybody smile more than you. I mean, how fun is this whole situation for you, man? You seem to really have the time of life every day.
I mean, it's anybody who knows me and knows what I come from, the circumstances, the situations I've been through, the odds that I beat to even be here sitting in front of you guys with this jersey on. It's almost like you wouldn't believe it. It's like a fairy tale story or something. But I mean, that's why I embrace every second, every moment. I'm able to do what I love, and I understand that it's a small window of elite athleticism and how long I'm gonna be able to play this game. So, I mean, my mentality is just every chance I get, I want to embrace it. I want to make the best of it, whether I'm playing well, whether I'm not. It's a blessing to be playing basketball for a living, and I can't take that for granted. And I just don't understand how someone could. Like, I really don't, but, you know, not me personally.
Is there any aspect to your game that you would like to add? Is there any aspect of basketball that you would like to add to your game, or do you just want to improve on what you're already good at?
I mean, of course I want to improve on what I'm already good at and just my overall game, but it's a lot of things specifically that I've broken down and really drilled on since college and even since Summer League. So I realize that this whole process is all about getting better. If you could, you know what I'm saying, take a little step from college to summer league, from summer league to training camp, from training camp to the start of the season, and you just keep taking steps and adding those up, I know it's going to be a beautiful story once it's all said and done. Sky's the limit.
I'm sure for most of your life, you're probably used to being the most athletic guy on the court, so I guess what's it been like seeing Zion and some of the stuff he does in pickup and practices?
It's everything everybody's talked about. I mean, kid is an unbelievable athlete. To be that big, moving that fast, and jumping that high, it doesn't even seem like it got to be breaking physics or something. Like it's not right. You know what I mean? And Zion gets a lot of credit, but man, to see Jackson, I mean, at 7 foot doing some of the things he does. I mean, the kid is taking off from the free throw line on accident, like on any given day. And it's just like, I mean, to see stuff like that, it makes you not only want to amp your game up, but, I mean, it gives you an appreciation for what you got going on. I've always, like you said, I've always been in layup lines kind of by myself, just doing all the crazy stuff, and everybody just waiting on me to go. Now it's like, all right, he going, then all right, I got to up him, you know what I mean? So it's a beautiful thing, though. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
you going, playing a lot of different places. Did you think your professional journey would ever take you back home?
I didn't, just because I'm from here.
Yeah.
So I always tell my family, like, if it was meant to be, like, those guys, if any NBA team know me, the Pelicans do, because I'm from here, grew up here, played here, went to LSU. I'm pretty sure those guys scouted me more than any other NBA club. So I never, seen this happen, and I didn't think it was possible. That's why, like, when those guys reached out after Summer League, it was a bit surprising for me.
Josh, I've seen you play at LSU. I've seen you score 30 points or more against the Vipers in Texas. Talk about what the G League meant to you.
The G League was huge for me. Not so much about my performance, but, to show the world that I could play at the highest level. I kind of feel like my LSU stint kind of turned a lot of people off. Not to mention, like, what happened, but I think the G League gave me a platform to showcase who I am and showcase that, I could play at the highest level. So.
Often when a player goes from the NCAA to the NBA, they have a huge problem with adjusting to the speed. Do you think the G League helps you adjust to the speed of the NBA game by being that middle ground?
I don't think so. I think my problem in college was, I was too fast. My, Coach Jones used to always tell me, hey, just slow down. And like I always say, is like certain guys is great in college systems, and certain guys is great in the NBA system with like more space and it's more open. And I kind of feel like that's my game. I need like some space. I need open court to perform.
So this makes you much more comfortable.
Yeah.
More comfortable in the NBA system than you do.
Right. I feel super comfortable at this level.
What aspects of your game do you feel like you need to either improve on to really show that you belong in the NBA, or that you just want to improve on in yourself?
Going into the summer, I always, focus on all aspects of my game, physical and mental, right? I want to be a better leader, on the floor. I want to, take care of the ball more, as a point guard at this level, coming in on the second and third string unit. And to earn Coach Gentry trust, I have to take care of the ball, right? I have to be a pest on the defensive side. I have to get in the paint and make my teammates better, and I know that. So I'm just trying to, maximize, my position. And every opportunity I get, I want to showcase that I can do it at a high level.
Do you feel more comfortable doing that under Coach Gentry? Since obviously, I'm sure you talk to you, his system on offense, when it's running transition,
Right.
rebound, you go.
Right.
Do you feel like that's a system that you can thrive in?
I just feel like that's who I am. Like, I love to pick up the ball full court. I love to be a pest on defense, and I'm pretty sure, like all you guys know, I can get in the paint at will, and I make my teammates better. So, that's who I am. So I just have to show that in front, the fan base, and, the first game, October 7th, when we play Atlanta. If I get the opportunity, I just got to showcase that.
What's it like kind of being in that room and just seeing all of the different type of guards this team has and how deep they are at that position when you kind of expecting going into training camp and preseason competing against those guys?
I'm looking forward to compete against those guys, but I don't expect anything. I just try to focus on coming in every day and be the best Josh Gray that I can be. And I feel like if I do that at a high level, everything else is going to take care of itself. But I'm not a bit surprised just because I had a stint with the Phoenix Suns. I had 10 days with those guys, so I'm kind of familiar with like the NBA lifestyle and the high level players and things like that. So I'm just here, to be the best Josh Gray I can be. Thank you guys, appreciate it.